Hey, kids.
They'll breathe when you said it.
How you boys doing? Hey, keep chilling.
Yeah.
You know who we are?
I told the bank teller to get the shit up. The fifth hit a fella, he fell and didn't get up. I'm cracked plus, baby, I'm fat, I'm doing sit-ups. Booking all the drug dealer spots right at the pickups. I'm street life strained with a champagne hiccup. A crisp cut, piss in the cup and 5 stick-ups. Corrupt vibe, cut the supply, survive struggling. A franchise and a despise this whole covenant. Fuck boys do fuck shit. Better watch who you fucking with. You all fuck around and get hit. Keep it basic. Like a sports car for a bracelet, I aced it. I think Illuminati got a facelift. Face to face, I'll erase that look. Never chase, never basing with the Facebook crook. I'm never out of place and places out of state. My state of mind is like the Columbine got raped. Yeah, until the Godzilla, Sean Price was the ape. Prodigy was the god and God made a mistake. See, I'm this high, just killed a cop for a wristwatch. Either get the fist or the Glock, lick a shot. This is hip hop, and I'm about to own this block. Either put it in the box or ante up like mop. When the Ella start talking, then the panties will drop. I'm not candy, I'm like a Zandy and Salat. Ella.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please, continue. You were saying something about best intentions. What's the matter? Oh, you were finished. Well, allow me to retort.
Back in the middle of the ghetto, concealed heavy metal. The gods got me thinking like the devil. Nothing in this world can help you when I want to melt you. You felt brave when you said it. I really felt you. This the pattern of a static dragon. I'm an assassin in the class of action. Quote without the caption, just a fraction of the main attraction. The same passion, rain with the same reaction. Ask him, she holding it apart so I can dig deeper, deeper. Hold her head when I dig feed her. Play with fire and my neighbor is the Grim Reaper. Put the heater to the mind like a high fever. The new Caesar in a 2-seater with 2 heaters. About to make a new feature, creature. Created in the minds of the hatred. Real nigga in the world of fake shit. That's basic. Stripped till your soul is naked. Razor blade bracelets. Sending bullets at the fat agents. Crime after crime heinous. Keep the gun stainless. And I'm the most unknown famous. The most unknown famous.
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you.
What's happening? Benton here. Thanks for joining me. Finally managed to go live. I said fuck it and paid the $25 for STREAMYARD. I had de-unsubscribed, whatever we're calling that, and no camera today. I barely got enough bandwidth to go live. I think most of the technical difficulties, other than just OBS being an obtuse, pedantic asshole, was the fact that Verizon, I guess, has decided that I've used up my 25 gig of hotspot off of the phone. So, and they're giving me no upload whatsoever, even from my phone. So, I guess I've been throttled. I think I get 50 gig of premium data. That's part of the plan, by the way. And you may be surprised to learn that there's something of a plan, anyway, for the channel, for my hobby, whatever this is. Welcome, folks. Shout out to Mr. Crumley. Good to see old Razvan around. Christos, shout out to you, sir. Did we miss anybody? Rob Cleveland? Well, I'll tell you what. That's my cell phone service, my Verizon service. They just throw that in. But what I'm finna do on Wednesday, my hotspot is arriving. I finally pulled the trigger on a 4G hotspot for Verizon. So I'm going $100. I'm going to cancel my voice line or whatever that is, just my regular cell line with Verizon. I'm going $100 a month, 150 gigabytes of hotspot data, 5 gigabytes a day. So we will not be worrying about this in a few more days. What that's going to cost with the activation, who knows? It's an expensive hobby at times. That's okay. Indeed. And I guess I'm going to do Mint Mobile. They've upped they're up to 40 gig before they meter you on the unlimited. And if I pay for a year, it's like $360, $30 a month. So I guess I'm going to do that. Gotta have phone service. Last time I went broke before I went back to truck driving, I ended up going like 3 weeks without phone service. Very inconvenient. What's up, QE? Good to see you. Unlimited data on the phone, Razvan. On the phone itself. I'm doing hotspot to the computer. Hotspot to the computer. I'm actually just on the motel Wi-Fi. We'll see if that holds up. Had a pretty decent upload speed. Well, the thing about these Verizon hotspots, I've been doing a lot of research, so it comes down to what bands are available in your area and what bands does the device itself support. So I've done research on what the most common bands are, and I am mostly in 5G areas with my 4G coverage. So I think it's going to be okay. My research indicates that with the variances in also the local networks, since I typically move around a fair bit, I found Verizon to be the best overall. Certainly, certain carriers are stronger in certain areas. The T-Mobile certainly the fastest overall in my experience on the phone for the 5G with respect to throughput. I think we'll be getting pretty decent pings also with the and the 4G is nice. I think sometimes there's some connection issues going from 5G to 4G. It seems like changing protocols or whatnot. I don't know, but yeah, I'm sure some of them don't work well as new bands become available. Those are constant upgrades on those cell towers. Wow, I can hear in the mic's picking up. Sounds like some voices from another room. A nearby motel room, perhaps. Shout out to Paul Enslaved. I think he was right. I don't believe the man's been shown due deference. By yours truly, he has. I myself have shown due deference. And in fact, I did go ahead and check to see if he was pre-gaming yet. Certainly not going to be having any of his regulars over here right before his broadcast. I don't know that everybody's up on the like the talk radio. Like there's seems to be a certain what would that be, etiquette involved at times with respect to going live and such. Some unspoken, unwritten rules, as it were. Yeah, well, this is going to be 4G actually, but as we've learned in many areas, 5G is it's really just faster version of 4G, essentially. Yeah, this will be 4G only via the hardware, which I think is probably better actually. I had a 4G T-Mobile hotspot, just a little cheesy one. I paid like $20 for. That thing was awesome, man. It worked great. And in fact, T-Mobile dropped the ball. I tried to call in and do something with them, and they wanted me to go into a store and show my ID to get my PIN reset or whatever. And I was like, look, if I go into a store, it's a lot of trouble going to a store. I'm going to Verizon. 150 gigs for $100, man. What's that? 75 cents a gig? It's gonna make me do math. Wonder what'll happen if I turn them. Oh, the camera's not even hooked up. That may have had something to do with it also. Something about that I finally figured out how to hook my phone up as a webcam. I don't know if that was causing issues or not. I did manage to go live for a few minutes from OBS without paying StreamYard's money this morning, and for whatever reason was unable to repeat the feat. I'm still blaming I'm blaming the cell network congestion since I'm in a major area. Yep, cassettes in the mail. That's a good idea. I do have to say, listening back to that replay where I'd replayed some of my old Nightmare Dystopia episodes, I do like the way that sounds going through my. Those were recorded onto a digital audio recorder. I've got one of these Zoom. What is this? An H2N, I believe. Highly recommended. I've had a couple of these now that I think about it. So I went ahead and threw that into the mix now. That's my final stage before I go into my my sound card to go into the computer. It's running through so it's got a hardware, I guess a software. The hardware runs a software, a compressor. Yeah, I like the way that sounded. And then when I went on Yurt, I went back and listened to that. I was like, damn, my mic sounded good. Shit. The man's fallen in love with his own voice. Oh, Z. I got no beef with Z myself. QE going in on Zetetic Warrior. Well, let's read it here. A week late to a certain huge thing that happened recently in this community regarding Z, Zetetic Warrior. Just want to give a huge shout out to anyone who spoke up against that evil nonsense. Could you be more specific? I'm unaware of evil nonsense. Was that the whole Crunchy Bee stuff? Because I'm not sure if you're aware, yours truly was riding shotgun for all of that. I was, in fact, on the Zetetic Warrior broadcast. One of my only, I believe, 2 total appearances, now that I think about it. Oh. Well, see, we only do prepaid, it's funny how people... It's like a flow chart. We start with will you do postpaid, yes or no? And the answer is no. So that puts you like on a whole nother side of the flow chart. So most of the real deal good shit unlimited on a phone is almost all postpaid. And of course, most of that they try to get you wrapped into a paying a month, paying your nice expensive phone off by the month. That's why I've got $200 Motorola's, like 4 different $200 Motorola's floating around here. One of which is a carrier lock, sadly, to Walmart Family Mobile. Now they're on Verizon though, but Verizon prepaid, I'll actually get what they tell me. So like on my phone, I do get 50 gig of unthrottled, unmetered data, and I do get 25 gig hotspot. That's for $70 with all the fees. Yeah. So Mint Mobile, that's what I'm going to have for my main phone service. That's T-Mobile, and that's 40 gig. They call it unlimited, but you get metered at 40. It basically slows down to nothing at 40 gig. Anything after 40 gig, you slow down to nothing. But theirs is coming with a 10 gig hotspot also. But yeah, no postpaid. Although somehow, some way, when I did my T-Mobile prepaid hotspot, they put me on postpaid, those motherfuckers. So they think I owe them like months of service. Like, what the fuck? Well, like I said, I was there with the Crunchy Bee. I was on that one with the old Crunchy Bee with the KYS. Is that what we're talking about? The KYS. My point was get busy living or get busy dying. Like, you're killing yourself. You're killing yourself, Crunchy Bee. And I felt personally involved, at least with respect to my own experience, not with him personally, but I certainly felt like I was qualified to speak, having, nearly drank myself to death in the, I guess, the now recent past. Would that be the way to yeah, say that? Shout out to El Perro in the chat. Well, yeah, I do. I do appreciate folks with strong opinions. I must say, QE. I must say, I will say that me personally, I become annoyed when context is removed, and that seems to happen somewhat frequently. We remove context from, a statement or a conversation or an interaction. I would say for anybody that wants, well, I would just say the more people can go watch, although I guess it's not up, is it? That's probably another problem. The original recording may not be available. Or is it? What's up, Carl? Good to see you, brother. He appreciates folks with a full wallet. Yeah, I'm still there. How much longer that lasts? I shelled out $25 for StreamYard. I was having OBS issues, but I believe incorrectly diagnosed. Error exists between keyboard and chair. I think the upload, my internet wasn't giving me any upload. So probably the StreamYards would have worked, most likely. It was unable to connect. So I went ahead and paid $25 for another month of StreamYard. Why not? Might as well. You can look at my icon. We can take calls. I was thinking about using my phone if I stuck with the OBS. Lower latency, audio only telephone calls. How about you? Oh man. Hey, shout out to RT. I'm a little slow here. We're still gas station cannabinoiding it up. RT, another meme, said centuries before a meme was even a thing. Them are fighting words, so words can result in violence, y'all. Hey, well, there you go. That's a good point. Indeed, sir. What's happening, Tranquil Vortex? Good to see you, as always. Welcome, welcome. The morning show. Welcome to Benton School of Broadcasting. People who fantasize that Z is so clever that he's doing 5D chess on everybody sound like Q-tards all over again. Yeah, I don't know, man. Not sure exactly what all went down there, but the statements themselves, it was just more really just kind of tone deaf than anything else, in my opinion. I was able to balance out with my comments, and he directly asked me. He was just like, Benton, so you're saying that Crunchy Bee should whatever? And I was like, no, I'm saying he should either live or die. He's lukewarm, he's in the middle. He's riding the fence. He ain't living, but he ain't dying. He's like, between stasis and anti-stasis. I think I said something I stole from that Schenectady, New York movie. Noted Jay writer and sometimes film director Charlie Kaufman. I don't know, man. What are we going to learn today? I guess that's a good question. I'm also in broadcasting school, so I guess I learned how to diagnose insufficient internet upload speed and not mistake it for OBS problems, thus leading to $25 subscription to StreamYard being paid for. That may otherwise not have been, but that's neither here nor there. If we can afford $100 for a month of gigabytes, certainly we can afford $25 for StreamYard. And it is quite convenient, I must say. OBS is a pain in the butt. Yeah, man. And I think the drinking is really, it's a symptom of an underlying problem, which is, he's given up. That's what it is. He's given up on life, but he's still here. And, so then thus neither dying nor living. Trying to do a little bit of both. It just doesn't work that way. Yep. What's everybody been up to? I need to go out there and Actually, let's go do my 3 seconds of sun gazing. Be right back. Yeah, the fire department's here. I don't think there's anything going on out there, though. Seems to be a lovely day. I already got my walk in. Maybe there'll be another walk. I got some supplements. Surprise, surprise. Some supplements arriving to the Amazon locker. It's about a 4-mile jaunt around trip. Certainly nice to be getting some exercise. Hauling back my groceries, too, man. 2.5 gallons of water. Bunch of canned goods. Oh, man, those gigantic, those big 2.5 gallon water containers, man, that's like a sport just getting all that water out of there without spilling a liter or more. Anybody wrestle with that beast? That undertaking is certainly fraught with peril, to be sure. I'm in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Where are you, Miss QE? Miss Quantitative Easing? Shout out to a helicopter, Ben Bernanke. Oh, yeah, I'm in the South. There's always nature about. Crumley tried one of the CBD gummies for the first time ever. Oh, yeah, baked, eh? Interesting. Yeah, maybe. What's up, Dick? Good to see you, sir. Freedom Grower. Cheers, folks. Says Dick. Michigan, that's right. My short-term memory's been affected by the various illnesses in the gas station cannabinoids, so please bear with me. Yeah, Michigan. Lake effect snow. Sticky and humid in the, hot and humid in the summer, though. Up there in the Midwest, they're just not quite for as long as down south. Maybe not quite as scorching hot for quite as long, but yeah. It gets hot and humid up there. Yonder. Yeah, Carl, perhaps correctly commenting that not to tell Stephen Crumley about ayahuasca, for that boomer is not ready. I have a great memory, actually, Quantum Epic. I tell people I'm good with names. Most people say they're bad with names. Usually, as long as I see the person again within a week, I can typically remember somebody's name, IRL. But yeah, short-term memory's affected. Oh, Pamela, by the way. Shout out to Pamela. Yeah, OBS stinks. I'd pay $25 not to have to use OBS. It's pretty good too, though. Like if you actually, and I don't really know how to use it, but yeah. StreamYard certainly makes it worth almost $1 a day. What's that? Just less than $1 a day. Just to be able to, as an old man boomer here, for we know that Gen X has been erased. It's like we were never even here, man. We're just all a bunch of boomers. But yeah, I guess it's worth $25 a month to just be able to click a few buttons and go live. It's foolproof, I say. Well, I was thinking about stepping up to the $50 level. You get a second camera. And then you can also, I could just and I'm on the verge of restarting NightmareDystopia.com back to the plan. You mean there's a plan? What? I didn't know there was a plan. Nobody told me. Yeah, possibly bringing back the website and thinking about maybe broadcasting directly to StreamYard if possible. I think that's a thing. Y'all know anything about that? Maybe also broadcast to YouTube, perhaps? I'm not quite sure how the StreamYards thing works, though. I think you got to have to add your email or something. I know people get a little strange about email addresses. sometimes. So may have to play that one by ear. Would be nice to be able to watch some videos and not worry about the stream getting blocked or taken down. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'll probably play some more episodes here and there. I had an interview with this guy known as White Trash, who most likely was some sort of, if not a Fed, certainly under some form of MK Ultra mind control, with a split psyche, perhaps a victim of satanic ritual abuse. Not that, certainly no humor to that, or very little humor, I should say. You can make anything funny if you try hard enough. Text-to-speech donation action, yeah. Oh, you want me to go IRL so you guys can, I have a speaker on my shoulder, or just you mean on the broadcast? I could probably figure all that out. I don't know. That's an OBS thing, I'm assuming, right? Now we're back to OBS. I think Pro Kid said he uses both at the same time. Like, all right, man. He is not a boomer, if he can do that. JG's demons are freaking corny. Well, that was the funny thing is he was saying, well, Benton's got demons. I said, wait a minute, JG don't even believe in demons. And now apparently, last time I heard him on Yurt there at the end, maybe we should go play that. Yeah, that's right. We could still have JG on the channel. He made an appearance at the end of Yurt's live stream.
think it's your problem or your fault, bro. It's like, it's probably me.
Fucking do something with that energy. When you feel that coming on, just fucking freak out on everybody like you do. Is that
Pocket pizza, fuck. You have to admit, I had an adrenaline dump because I get salt instead of with anyone.
And you're a drag there. Yeah, sometimes you up, I believe.
No, it's fine. It always happens.
I just need you to just be a little. No, you got a cam up, so we can see what's up, and then we'll be back in just a second. I'll let this load up. We got bad internet. The computer's almost crashing. It's all going to hell. Hope everyone's having a good day though. Let this get out.
The underground.
Oh, is that you? I saw you were dropping some rhymes, some about a knife in my head and some shit. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I got bars. I'm declaring myself the Lord of the Underground. We got guys declaring they got autism. Everybody's cocky nowadays. I'm gonna start being cocky from here now on. I am the Lord of the Underground. I'm a Philly original skateboarder. I'm a legend, man. I'm a fucking legend.
I like it, dude. I like it. That's how you get.
Now, yeah, I got.
What's up, man?
I'm the Lord of the Underground.
Oh, is that you? I saw you were dropping some rhymes, some about a knife in my head and some shit. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I got bars. I'm declaring myself the Lord of the Underground. We got guys declaring they got autism. Everybody's cocky nowadays. I'm gonna start being cocky from here now on. I am the Lord of the Underground. I'm a Philly original skateboarder. I'm a legend, man. I'm a fucking legend.
I like it, dude.
Anybody else think JG sounds like he may have been drinking there?
Like, that's how you get the feel out here, dude. Philly legend, Lord of the Underground, dropping bars on people not showing up to their streams. I appreciate it.
I'm original. I'm skating, running from the cops. I was that white dude in Philadelphia skating downtown, running from the cops, fighting people. I was that dude. I'm a fucking Philly legend, man. People, they've been saying it for years. I've been getting my dicks.
This is drunk talk, right? Is this not the booze talking?
For years, people dick riding me saying I'm a legend. I'm telling the world I'm a fucking Philadelphia legend.
Damn. I saw you. Did I see you on that Jack Halcott panel the other night?
Yeah.
Were you hanging out with Jack? I feel like Jack might be having a good influence on you.
A good influence. That's great comedy. A good influence. Great comedy.
Carl says JG got more knowledge than all the unslaves put together. Facts.
Thank you. I'm a legend of comedy. Roy Dugan said you're the legend of...
Made man EBT in the chat says that sounds like standard JG. Perhaps.
The forehead.
Of the what?
Of the forehead. Forehead.
His wife wants to give me head?
Yeah, something like that. That's what I heard too. Your connection is awful this morning.
It is what it is. I've been humble for years. But I just want to tell you guys, I'm a real Philly legend. I'm a real Philadelphia legend, man.
You need to start a YouTube channel and just go live and talk your shit.
No more humbleness. No more, playing it smart and playing it small. I'm cocky and conceited now. This is a new JG. I'm a real Philadelphia legend, not some
Shout out to Ginger Ridge. Good to see you.
guy claiming I'm from Philly. I'm a real Philadelphia legend. I live that shit.
When was the humble JG?
The humble JG was for years and decades.
But now you're ready. You're demanding respect out of you now. I like that, dude. I like that. Well, JG, I think I'm gonna wrap this up and go hike these mountains. What do you think about that? We did do a little skateboarding over there at Salida. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, man. It's great your kids got skateboarding. It's like we're about imagination and shit. Jackson was in his imagination. Got all these religions. Everybody's in their imagination. Right? Skateboarding. It's all.
That's right. He did announce, I believe, to quote, I believe he said a new JG, or he said it's a new JG, something to that effect. So, yeah, that's right. EBT says, my bad, it's new JG, not standard. Correct, yes. The gas station cannabinoids strike again. But good catch, sir.
Well, your imagination, right? It's all in your head, and then you bring it to real life. Special thing, man.
All right, well, I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to kick you out of here because I'm going to wrap this up.
RT says, if JG wasn't allowed to say skateboard or Philly, then he would have nothing to say.
You're right, dude.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great, dude.
You can be a legend like me. One day you could be a legend like me. You can be an illustrious. I think you could, man.
Well, that seems unlikely.
I think you're a little late. Like me, I'm a pure person, right? I'm original. I put my heart and soul with skateboarding. Right? I loved it. I did it every day. And now I'm a legend. You can do it too. You can be like JG. You can be a dickhead legend,
It's my fame, and I want it now.
All right. You're inspiring me this morning. I appreciate it. I'm going to kick that dude. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. That's what I'm going to do in my sassy attitude. I'm going to kick that dude right out. Let's listen to what these fools are saying for a minute. I might watch this just for another minute or so.
Well, that was JG from his recent appearance, the channel at In a Thought Experiment. Our boy, the artist formerly known as In a Yurt with books, enslaved by truth, wants to be JG. You you could never be JG, EBT. Oh, man. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Get 'em, JG. That's right. Well, I'm sure all my favorite live streams that I would like to react to have probably been deleted, I'm assuming. Well, the ones that I would want to respond to. Certainly one of my favorites, Mr. Paul Unslaved over at Proper Instruction Motivates People. Spelling out P-I-M-P. Pimpin' and Mackin'. Check him out. I have shown due deference to the God of all media, lest we forget. Hashtag capital G-O-A-M. One Mr. Paul Unslaved. The best in the game. Seems seems undeniable, at least in this very small niche. You can't handle the truth community. Does JG have demons that can hop trains? It's a good question. Shout out to Music Holds a Secret, by the way. Still undecided on purchasing a vehicle. Really don't want a vehicle. $3.19 for fuel, and I'm sure that's on the less expensive end. I'm assuming. Probably get some 290-ish, 285-ish maybe. Back in Arkansas, perhaps. Indeed, excellent for non-binary lower chakra stimulation as well. Are we talking about the gas station cannabinoids? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Benton is not doing any pimping and macking. Benton's old, just trying to get in and out of the grocery store every day. That's what old man Benton's doing. And them women being there bossing them fellas around, man. And one lady, she started looking at me like she was my boss or something. I was like, what the fuck is this? She's like, can I help you? I said, no, not right now, but if I need some help, you'll be the first to know. I said, what is this, man? Can't they tell I'm on gas station cannabinoids? I'm just trying to get my food and get out of there. Of course, they don't want you in that store. Me and EBT have talked about that ad nauseum. They don't want you in that store. They're just waiting for the next one. I think it's going to be like these boom and bust cycles in the monopoly money markets, the hocus pocus. You know, every 15 years or so it'll crash. Every 15 years or so, fake pandemic. Why not? But yeah, next time around, I'm thinking they shut down all the super centers and the Targets and whatnot. Start running the drone delivery, or you can pull up and pop your trunk, and we'll drop them groceries right there in your trunk for you. Pay by app. You will own nothing and you will be happy. No, nomad of all media. Yeah, man. Actually, since I'm not broke, actually, the opposite of broke is it's like, okay, I have money, but I'm probably going to be broke at some point, most likely. I mean, it's not 100%, but it's a possibility. So now I'm looking at what should I buy while I'm still able to buy things. Yeah, looking at buying all the equipment to where just a few more items and I'll be able to have this whole streaming setup where it'll all run without being plugged into the wall. Maybe just the computer into the wall, but even that thing I could get some kind of battery pack for. What do you think about that? And I'll be portable with the Verizon, 150 gigs of Verizon. Yeah, man, portable. Nomad of all media. I like it. Sounds like a vehicle, though. I'm on hiatus, Victoria Pandora. Thanks for asking. Yes, I am on hiatus. I'm pretty sure I'm no longer with the company. I did get a paycheck, though, interestingly. That was I wasn't sure how that was going to go. So now, and I think they hold back. They actually used to pay every 2 weeks, which is not the standard. In truck driving, almost all companies pay weekly, but I may have a little bit more money coming from them potentially. We'll see. It'd be nice to get about another 500 or so. Electric bikes. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm pedal power, man, or shoe leather power. Walking, man. It's been good for the old gallbladder and the digestion. Walmart's not accepting cash. There's been times that I've gone in there and they try to tell me to wait till the manager got there or something. I said, what are you talking about? But yeah, and remember, lest we forget, most of the money is already digital. But yes, I almost always pay by debit card these days. Although I do, Walmart's the closest thing I have to a bank. I go in there with my prepaid debit card sometimes since I get my paycheck on there and I can pay like $3.74 and get up to $1,000 in cash. When I had the Walmart money card, there was no fee. Same deal, up to $1,000 in cash a day. It was very nice, very handy, but somebody stole my account information And there's no version of talking to customer service in India and explaining to them that no, sending me a new card will not solve the problem. I need a new account number. This is a bridge too far. It cannot happen. So, on a different company now. Someone stole his bike when he was down with the cancer, says Wizard. 80cc. Those things are a menace. Most of them, they don't sound like they're tuned to really run right. I'm sure Wizards ran like a top and had a proper muffler on it. I'm sure that one was set up just fine. But some of these bozos out here are not so good at installing the engine onto the bicycle. There you go. He says with rims and all, it's about $1,000 custom setup. Fantastic. Yeah, Victoria Pandora. Schrodinger's trucker. Indeed. I like it. Yeah, we're getting battery pack recommendations. Fantastic. I just need a couple of smaller. I actually have a really nice. It's got 4 USB connections on it. I guess that USB-A. I guess. No, whatever that's called. Just a regular like a computer has. Or your, I guess to charge your phone, your brick, your wall brick, your little thing. What is that called? Transformer? Never relax, especially when you're an old man with few possessions like Wizard. But yeah, anyway, I found on Amazon for like $50. They make these things they have a DC output on them. Like a selectable DC output. I can power my my DAC / headphone amp, and then this stereo line mixer. Wouldn't be dependent on plug-ins. Kim Before the Storm says that's a bummer. 80 cc's is cooking. Is that large for a? Must be large for bicycle engine, I suppose. Somebody with a lot of bass out in the parking lot, rattling the works. Boom, boom, boom. Sounds like a couple of 15s, perhaps. Shout out to my Serwin Vega dual voice coil 12 in a sealed box in a 92 Volvo 240. Yeah. Boston Acoustic separates in the front, though. Had like 3 amps. It was decent for the time. It's decent for the time. Never did build out those kick panels or whatever. They like to put the mid and tweeter down by your feet. Anybody remember that era of car stereo? Home grocery delivery, only $5 here, says Brian W. Cheaper than the gas to get to the store. Yeah, that's one thing about the fuel prices, yeah. Last time it hit $5, and that's when, of course, I lost all desire to operate a personal vehicle, a car, a traditional mode of transportation. Since I drive a truck, we start saying personal vehicle because it gets too confusing. Personal vehicle. 4-wheeler. Yeah, 4-wheeler. But yeah, you get into like having to combine trips just because it's like, wait a minute, is it really worth fucking $1.80 to go to the convenience store and back? It's like, what? I'm just going to get a couple of things here. Not sure. Kim's up to something in the chat. Yeah. Oh, the toys, yeah. Yeah. Kim's got some cool toys, I'm assuming. Pamela has most of her groceries delivered. Makes it nice, given she can't drive. Yeah, not having to deal with crazy people, indeed. Yes. A lot of people down there at the Walmart, right when they open, maybe they're able to get away with not working for a couple hours, just sort of looking like they're working. But then, if the managers are about, maybe they just had some kind of one of those those hooping and hollerings where they all have to say some kind of Walmart cheer or whatever. Maybe some of that just went on. Some, not all the fake enthusiasm weren't off yet. Yeah. Well, they get in my way sometimes. Yeah, it's been known to happen. Well, I think I'm going to make some coffee. Let's see if we can find a musical interlude here. And I'll be back in 10 minutes or so. Shout out to 33 in the live. I guess we'll drop down for a minute, but this has got to happen. I need this coffee. It's very important. All right. I shall return.
So many people in the neighborhood. So many people in the neighborhood. So many people in the neighborhood. I don't know if they're very good people. So many people in the neighborhood. So many people in the neighborhood. So many people in the neighborhood. Don't know if they're very good people. So many people in the neighborhood. So many people in the neighborhood.
what's happening? Benton here. Got the coffee made. Actually, it's still dripping. Got the pour over working. Apologies for the loud mic there. I think we're a little too much on the gain there, Bubba. Why don't you back off that mic knob there, Bubba? Yeah, that old O'Shea, I think he pulled a boner when he revealed that exclusive on Yurt's show instead of doing that on Paul and Slave show. That's the Howard Stern, man. You always got to take the big news to the big show. And I guess there was some kind of argument about, I don't know what it was, maybe just a creative meeting. Seemed like O'Shea and, seemed like Paul and O'Shea were trying to get on the same page. I didn't hear too much of it. What do y'all think? Indeed. Ginger Ridge, the coffee drip is life. Yeah, my life changed the day I finally started grinding my own beans. That's a game changer right there. The pour-over is kind of neither here nor there. It worked really good in the truck. The lack of cleanup. I think in this environment, I would actually prefer a French press, I'm pretty sure. I believe I'm most likely a French press kind of fella, but don't have one. Probably not going to buy one. All right. What's happening, Lord of the Underground? Good to see you. Not sure what the name calling's all about, but I reckon coming in hot from time to time is inbounds, right? That's get in where you fit in, as it were. The ad hoc grassroots Benton School of Broadcasting also, lest we forget. Indeed, Tranquil Vortex, indeed. Rush the brew just a little bit. Not quite fully extracted, but it'll do. Yeah, so don't know if they're very good people. Oh, man, yeah, I laugh every time I hear that song. That's a good album. I've listened to that entire album through probably 3 or 4 times now. Quebec by Ween from 2003. Oh, is that JG? Okay. It's a new JG, lest we forget. What's wrong with just JG as a screen name though? How about just JG? Kim Before the Storm. Oh, the Keurig, yeah. Yeah, the reusable pod. Yeah, Keurigs are all right. Got no beef with Keurig. I still think grinding one's own beans. That's the main thing. Grind them yourself. JG is corny underground, says Tranquil Vortex. What's happening, Roy Duggan? Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Yeah, ladies' night. I forgot to thank in my haze of gas station cannabinoids. In my gas station cannabinoid haze, I forgot to thank London Man for hosting women's night, ladies' night. I hope that went well. I popped in for a moment or two. I believe I posted in the live chat. Support the ladies there. I think I passed out, possibly. Not sure. Been getting very inebriated, intoxicated. I effed up. Your host here likes to get effed up. And the F stands for fired. Hey, the coffee's ready. All right. Fantastic. Beautiful. Lovely. Pamela says, ladies' night was a great time. Good time. Was a good time. Great time, rather. She was there for 5 of the 8 hours. Well, that's quite a success. Yeah, 8 hours. Shout out to London Man. London McLovin, as it were. Now I'm calling grown men London McLovin. He was on Z, London Man. I think, I definitely yelled at him and Timmy. Yeah, it was a good time. The old Demon of Wrath, though, is gone well underground. He's he, she, it, sir, madam, baby, child, what as it may be, it's gone deep underground. It knows to make itself scarce. We'll see if it pops up and rears its ugly head yet again. Indeed, here's Tranquil Vortex wishing Lord of the Underground, who apparently is JG, safety and wishing him safe and well, as it were. Fantastic. Shout out to Nana. Well, anybody got anything? I don't know. I don't know if I'm up to dropping the link or not, or maybe we'll see what happens. I did pay the $25 after all. Might as well. I still think phone calls might be interesting with the lower latency, aka no lag. Yeah, I got a hand grinder. It's a pain in the ass, but it does a good job. Oh yeah, Kim before the storm. Yeah, a small one for camping. Yeah. I've been grinding 20 grams at a time for 12 ounces. Works well. Yeah, shout out to 28 people in the chat. Indeed. Still toying with the idea of some sort of doing something just on the StreamYard side. I could embed the video on my website, which doesn't exist right now, but it very well may. So I'm starting to consider paying for some web hosting. I still have my domain, nightmaredystopia.com. There's not a website. Perhaps there will be soon. From what I understand, with StreamYard, I could have up to 250 concurrent viewers and just show it on my website, embed it on my website, and then not be worried about YouTube copyright. It is hard to get people to go to websites, though. Have you ever noticed? Oh, man. JG says, 5 months sober, Philly original, American legend. I've been a big deal for years. Well, you love to see it. Praise God. Is it redundant to say that AKA is also known as asking for a Philly skateboarding hobo train hopper? Yes, indeed, Pamela. YouTube and copyright seem complicated. Yeah, fair use. I've gotten away with some of it here and there. At Caleb Hammer, I like to play some of his videos and respond. He does the financial audits. I like some of that content. That's done well here on the channel. I believe that's one time I've done that. Yeah, it's hit or miss, I think, with the fair use stuff. Of course, EBT here had a live stream that I wanted to replay and respond to the next day. And, of course, for some reason, he played Not a Surf, I think. They're music videoed in the live stream, which is funny in and of itself. But I'm just in the chat like, hey man, you're gonna get this fucking stream blocked, and he's like, oh, I'll fix it in post. I'm like, yeah, sure you won't. Yeah, okay. Oh God, dare we read a Mitchell comment? I don't know. It's there. It's previewed. Dare we read a Mitchell comment? I don't know. Maybe not. Perhaps later. Oh, is it back up? Well, shit. Might have to go over there then. You don't say. Enslaved by bozos. Well, I'll be. There it is. Good news, good news.
Remember the tribes? Name?
I remember
that mythology of there was a time when there was no moon.
Good Lord.
Can we check it and see what the Jews look like before and after?
Where's Butthole Bimbo at?
Oh, I forgot she was around. I was hoping she was like making, she found some pots and pans and maybe ingredients.
Yo, Butthole Bimbo's crazy.
You know what the situation with her reminded me of? There was this movie called Year One where Jack Black and Whitey Sparrow going through biblical.
Shout out to Brian O'Shea in the live chat. Something about disc golf. Oh, O'Shea's coming to the bakery. Okay, I missed that comment. O'Shea's making the rounds. Mr. O'Shea, did you get Snafu's smoke detector like I asked? Just certainly want to have that one for the collection. Is this even real? Yeah, Butthole Bimbo, exactly.
Stories, like in a comical way. And there's a part where they're about to be killed by the Romans, and one of the slave women is like, well, why can't a woman be the ruler? And all the enemies and people about to be killed, they all stopped and started laughing and looking at each other. They're like, I don't know how to answer that. I don't even know how to answer that. That's what that felt like. I think I found the back of the one. Do you know there's pentagons shaped?
Who's got that background noise? Jesus fucking Christ, please. Phil, you're doing
You're gonna go beta cup? Phil, let's do your best beta cup. Let's hear it. Show me beta cup.
What?
No complaints at Phil.
Your best beta cup. Like I used to be able to talk microinverters.
Don't let me derail the cooking.
Like, you know what a cool job was up in solar? Was me and this lone Boulder, Colorado solar guy. We would chase
the sky.
We would chase roofing companies because there's a lot of roofing companies because there's like
one pair of legs at a time.
But we would get with roofing companies and be like, if you got to remove and reinstall any solar systems when you're redoing roofs, hit us up and we'll do that. And we did. It was cool. Like I'd done it from the beginning all the time, but then to go and pull them off and put them back on after the roof was switched out, it was cool shit. Until I was sick of all of it. And I still use that shit like now and on my land and when I had an RV and shit. I'm still running solar. Hey, that's some of those free energy systems, girly girl. What do you want to tell me about it? You cooking something good up for us while we talk about free energy systems?
Well, I've been following Bernie's channel, and he's got some people working on it. That's what I'm just curious to know
Bernard?
more about. You guys are working on it. There's all sorts of people working
Bernard?
on it.
You talking about Bernard, the guy with the style?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, why don't you stay on his channel? Why'd you have to come over here to be restreaming? You could have stayed on his channel. Saved us the shrill noises. It's all the noises.
I'm trying to enlighten you and bring you to higher knowledge, man.
You are not seeking higher knowledge. You are not capable of it. Even my rivals are laughing together.
That's the lowest frequency person here.
No, see, frequency doesn't care about feelings. Facts and frequency don't care about feelings. And you're all about feelings.
Angel Wings, I think I love.
He's back.
I think I love you.
He doesn't like her.
I can read your BS from a mile away. Sorry.
Can we crowdfund JG a new phone?
Oh, motherfucker said, empath. She just keeps failing the bingo card, man.
You're not an empath. Of course you were one.
I'm a dork.
Come on. I'm Tom Brady, and you're an empath.
I got all kinds of magic decks that can beat empaths.
Yeah, and you're so full of shit and negative too.
And just
negative
magic cards.
Oh, this woman.
It's honestly just an energy
Sold my
thing.
76 charger out from under me.
Oh, this woman is
It's
insufferable.
energy. I just spirits.
Good,
Well,
she's
lesbian.
breaking up.
You're a lesbian, aren't you?
No.
You guys suck. You guys suck at cooking. That's what I guys
not the one.
Well, I mean, I could.
Not you, Phil.
I
Not you.
was going to go Betazoid. I was going to go into Next Generation.
No,
Impact.
Phil, you're doing
You're
perfect.
gonna go beta cuck, Phil? What's your best beta cuck? Let's hear it. Show me beta cuck.
What?
No complaints. No complaints on Phil.
No, I like Phil. I will challenge. I can do a beta cuck routine. I want to
I mean, it'd be great if Ray would come in here because I would enjoy the accent.
Yeah, Ray would be great.
Yeah. Love you, Ray. I hope everything's going well with you, sir. It's been a while since I talked to you. I saw you in the chat. I don't know if you're still here, but
Is there anybody?
it's
Look at his
just
profile.
betting. It's just betting now.
No, but look. Yeah, you're putting it up so we can read. I'm not trying to see that shit.
Is chat just Benton? Like one viewer and it's just Benton?
I don't know how many viewers we have right now.
Look how fucking weird that profile picture. If you guys, I'll give up.
Are you anti-Ben now, JG? What's the deal with that? Can you source
Oh,
that?
you
An anti-Ben tight.
You fucked up, but
What happened?
I think Benton let his community support push him a little far, along with his
My
acknowledged
community support. What is he talking about? Anybody know? Illuma Tommy thinks that my community support. You mean the ad hoc grassroots? Dare I call it community? That I had to do like an entire live stream to even broach the topic of community? Is that what you mean? I didn't realize that I could weaponize followers. I don't think that's quite what's happening around here, sir. I resent the implication, I must say.
no, Ben's just a bitch, man. Just goes off like a bitch.
Oh, and fuck you, JG, by the way. Fuck you.
Like the last night I was ever on him, he said he couldn't read the chat because he
What?
was driving, and I was just chatting to the chat, and I was being
See,
an
this
asshole.
is whatever version he tells of this. It's not even forgetting about what actually transpired. You know, they say, oh, there's your version, the other person's version, and then the truth, you know. But just outside of all of that, you can be sure anytime Tommy gives his recounting of an event like this, it will not be accurate. It's guaranteed not to be accurate. So now we at least know what the truth was not as a result of this.
But he was wrong about what we were talking about. He was just screaming from his
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I
And
yelled
then one of
it.
his little
Yelled
mod
at
wrenches
Tommy.
fucking muted me, and I ain't been back since. I'm over half the street. Like,
He's
I'm
losing
over
bad.
the majority of the street.
Hey,
He's playing himself big time now, and it's like, all right, dude, we're not
I used to
gonna
drive
fuck with you
truck.
anymore. He's probably like, oh man.
Is that Mark
This is-
Soil you're driving by?
Yeah, exactly what that was. Yep. Good eye.
Oh, you guys.
Angel Wings.
Mark Google?
That's red
Just
number.
look like-
That's red number 40 Mars oil for the initiated.
I remember that.
Yeah, this
smell
reminds
of
me of
West
driving
Virginia,
my truck
that
around
faded
certain
orange
types of
Mark
yards
Soil.
and stuff.
Yeah,
This is
Ben,
a EBT
he's got
video
demons,
here.
man. He's possessed by
Don't we
demons.
all?
You
we all?
don't believe in demons, JG. What is this? Now I'm possessed. Never said you were possessed. Inhabited, under demonic oppression, under oppression by. Yes, certainly.
Harpy in my ears on this panel tonight. Queen of the Harpies!
Benton's the guy, right? He believes in Ben.
Hey, I don't want to talk about Benton, dude. I don't want to talk about Benton.
All right, hold on, Tom.
Go in his truck and talk about him.
No, Tom, hold on. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I love you guys too.
People that believe in demons, they got to pigeonhole you as a demon and try to use that shit on you. That's pretty demonic, right? That's a pretty demonic.
I'm not partaking in this. I'd rather make fun of
I don't think you know the meaning of the word.
Oh, nice.
Who are you talking to, girly girl? Sweetie, you gotta
Girly
emphasize
girl
like,
out of nowhere.
single one of us out.
Oh, the one talking about demons. He clearly don't know what he's talking about, because I've actually seen
No,
someone
that's the
possessed.
guy. That's JG. That's the
You still
guy
don't get what I'm saying. He's manipulating me with that demon shit. So he's like a demon himself. If I were to manipulate Tommy and you and EBT, I'm doing something that's very black magic and very evil. Right?
You cannot manipulate me, sir.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
can't
sorry.
manipulate the majority. I mean, I give these guys shit, but I'm gonna manipulate.
Aesthetic inner buns.
Where is that guy? That's not
Yeah, he's doing some programming on us right now. He's manipulating us.
Lord.
I'm not doing robot voice, am I?
Who's manipulating?
Isn't that
That's
isn't
his
that
7-Eleven Wi-Fi.
perfect timing in that conversation for you to go all robot on us. Very interesting.
He was
Yeah.
manipulating you.
Do you like Dick Enderman's Angel Wings?
I was reading what he said. Someone else said it too. We got demons coming through your ghetto mic. Well, I was just saying, you probably don't even know what a demon is. You wouldn't even recognize one. There's all sorts of different kinds that aren't necessarily demons. It could be a regular entity too that's just pissed off.
Why are you so sure of yourself? Like, show me a fucking picture. Jesus Christ.
I have tons of pictures. I mean, on my phone, not my computer.
Pictures of your tits you send around and try and get laid.
It's all me.
No, I don't need to do that.
Hey, it's Benton.
I have a boyfriend that happens to be my twin flame. I'm not concerned.
Where's my goddamn scissors?
Hey, yo, what's up with you?
Oh, this is fantastic.
Pretty classy afford. I'm gonna eat my popsicle and I can't find the goddamn scissors.
What the hell you need scissors for?
Because I ain't trailer trash like
Oh,
you're
this
used
is
to,
awesome.
lady.
They are very judgmental. That's what's wrong with the humanity.
I think it's just little patience for bullshit.
No, you were never
you're
meant to
gonna
judge
tell me-
anybody.
Where's my
You of all
Dr.
people,
Where's
you
my
got no
Dr.
right
Phil
to
book?
judge shit.
Where's my Dr. Phil book? I need to reference and cite information.
You're not meant to
Men are
judge nobody you
stupid.
don't know.
Women are
Sorry, you're not
bored.
supposed to judge people anyway.
Everybody's
love
supposed to
them
judge
regardless.
people. If you didn't get judged, you did every bank loan. If you didn't judge, you'd fuck every guy that fucking threw it at you if you weren't running some kind of judgment. Don't bring me your fucking open-ended
Sorry,
female
no, I
cowpox
don't go
bullshit.
that way.
This is gender
Listen
female
to you.
cowpox.
Accusation after accusation, think you know everybody. You don't know shit. You can't
What?
judge nobody. You
Settle.
have to take care of yourself.
I'm
You gotta take
only
care of
speaking
yourself
on
first.
what you have sat on this dick-swinging panel and uttered out of your stupid estrogen mouth. That's all I'm going on. That's all you give me.
See, everything you say is hateful. You must really
Oh wait,
hate
but
women.
you're just you're part of the female hive mind. It's like the female or the Borg of the species. It's like you're all just attached to a bimbo hive mind.
You clearly don't know very many then and have very limited
Hey, how's women's sports
vocabulary.
doing these days? How's the women's sports working out now that dicks keep coming out here?
Pretty sad, actually.
Yeah, not a lot of W's for the Arby's roast beef team, is it?
Oh man.
EBT, never make videos.
Thanks for the show and catastrophe.
What if the plan all along was to start my own channel, but I needed to get this out before
That's like the crystal
before I make my
geyser.
own content.
Hey, can you show us your face? Yeah. Fucking weirdo.
Okay, this is a good question for the lady and for Phil, because Provo's doing nothing. All right, Provo claims that he is diagnosed autistic.
Shout out to
Mental health
JG's
state,
microphone
no diagnosis,
demons,
but
by the
autistic.
way.
How do they get along? How can that coexist with the religious symbols going? How do you coexist
I definitely
with
don't
imposter
conform.
autist, alleged autist, documented autism? I don't even believe Provo kid. He's a quirky dude. I don't think we should just sum it up to spectrum. Like spectrum kids, man, like I said before, I've worked with mentally handicapped. Spectrum kids, I'm scared to cross the wires and do something wrong. Spectrum kids, it's hard to wrap your head around it, dude. Provo's just like every D&D club I remember from high school. A lot of question answering going on in this intelligent panel.
Yeah, my kid actually has autism, so yeah. She's
So
actually,
does your kid have like little eye contact, not catching like the vibe of faces and stuff? Is he legit Rain Man autistic, or do you just need to maybe smack him on the butt occasionally when he's fucking up?
no, she was actually diagnosed.
I had a
She's
lot of
gotten
trouble with
better.
faces
She actually
as a
started
young
off when she
person.
was like 3.
Facial
she didn't have no emotion at
expressions.
all. It was kind of weird. It's like you had her.
To be
She
specific.
was missing the ability to understand empathy, so she had to be literally
Right.
taught. She had
Respect. So,
actually been
and
taught.
you interacted with Provo Kid, right? Have you watched Provo Kid or interacted with him? Do you get any kind of
kicks like
hacking fucking plastic thing?
Who made the noise? That was you, TBE. I see you.
It wasn't me.
Go ahead, Cooks.
Madame, you were saying?
Oh, I'm saying there's a lot of different variations. No one kid is the same, but she learned to read energy and read their energy and understand if they were being negative. She could sense it in the way they would talk. She could hear it in their voice. So she was really
negative
in tune after she understood why we laughed. And she just had to be taught how to understand it.
So wouldn't it be fair to say, if a
Provo
person can,
Kid, shout out to
finish high
Provo
school,
Kid,
apply
sick
for a
of
job,
people
get the job,
talking about
like,
him
they just
and his
kick rocks and all
content
that
and not spending
fucking
any
mental disorder
fucking
and shit.
time listening
Like, if
to
you can get
what
laid
I
and keep a
say.
job, not
Tommy
worry about it,
might
shut the
as
fuck up,
well
you know?
be toilet
When a kid is like
bowl.
yours, by all means, like, study it, help it, progress it. But this is grown-ass men just saying, I'm autistic. I'm like, okay. It's kind of, like I said, I worked with mentally handicapped adults for 7 years, maybe more, counting out here in Colorado. Yeah, like maybe 8 or 9.
Shutdowns and stuff kind of their own.
Newest, what?
That's like in the Ritalin family, which is like
Yes, man, that's just another family of meth. Same
substance.
family. They're stimulants.
No, it's not.
Stimulants.
Drugs. They're
Trial aware of what it is and what's going on. I'm going to start Googling it myself.
Ritalin is more of an analog to cocaine. Okay, Adderall is methamphetamine.
She's on a low dose of it. It helps.
If
I mean, and when you guys were talking about airport conspiracy, I worked at DIA while I was in college. I worked at Denver Airport while I was in college.
All right, that's enough. Had all I can stands, and I can't stands no more. Shout out to all the hobo train hoppers out there. Remember, when hopping trains always have at least one hand and one foot on the rail siding when hopping aboard. Number Get 'em Philly. Shout out to RT. Indeed, sir, indeed. You know, I'm certainly not paying 27% fee to get my money online, but I am thinking about maybe doing an actual poker live stream, possibly. It would have to be for a decent sized buy-in, though, so I don't know. I think the only way I can get a decent amount of crypto would be to meet up with somebody in person and give them the money and let them transfer the Bitcoin while we point the swords at each other. Where's the trust there? I don't know. How does that transaction go down? But, yeah, I'd pay a little bit of a premium to get, like, say, $500 online. Benton's cooking today. Added enough salt for me to peek out and chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Happy to be of service. Onward, Christian soldiers, says Roy Duggan. And love to the Provo Kid as well. And for those that missed it, Roy made his first and so far only appearance here on the panel. A couple of days ago, he is apparently located near under the Isle of Man, as it were. Yeah, I never realized that how much the color of the tea and the color of the. Now, did somebody alter those videos to make that the same, or does that just happen to be the same shade? I don't know, man. Yeah, and EBT, shout out to EBT for being the only person to very astutely realize that part of the reason for the Gallons of Piss Studios, as it was named, the reason for doing that in part is to examine the color of the output to help tweak the diet and the supplement regimen. And I've certainly made some interesting tweaks with timing here recently. I've had more time, not driving the truck. I'm able to kind of fine tune when I take what in what order, a lot of different things. It's all happening. Benton's health is, I've actually now improved enough that I have begun to have gallbladder attacks. So if that tells you anything, the bile was just so thick and it was just whatever was going on down there. And I had just like one gigantic gallstone, like just like a goose egg of compressed bile. And, yeah, that's all now moving enough, and the bile is thinned up to the point where I'm now just having just regular gallbladder attacks, which if you just Google the gallbladder attack and the symptoms and everything and the description. It's like severe pain, right? But I'm happy. That's that good pain. I'm happy to have that pain. So that's a step in the right direction, certainly. I think the battle that will not be able to be won, the health battle that I will not be able to win, will be the one against the body weight. I'm already having lots and lots of trouble maintaining my body weight, and am, in fact, close to 10 pounds underweight as I speak these words. But don't cry for me, Argentina. Your boys had a good run. Happy to be here. Transcended the limitations of my upbringing in many ways. This is the bonus round in which my goal is to be used as a vessel of the Most High, whatever that may mean or whatever that may entail. And hopefully at some point to peace on out of here without having to just try to cling to this mortal coil, quite so frantically as I may otherwise. But, obviously the deletion method that's not going to happen. And then I thought I found a loophole with the drinking myself to death, but that didn't quite take. Will be interesting to see what happens if I run out of if it's ever not in the budget for all these nutritional supplements. But fortunately, that's not going to be for at least several more months. But I got to think there's got to be some kind of way to make some money. Maybe just some part-time truck driving. I don't know. I don't really need to make that much necessarily. Especially, this is tent weather, lest we forget. I don't know about trying to do live streams outdoors. That might be the wind and all that. That could be a problem. How does that work with the mic noise? Get you one of them big old foam, one of them big foam deals. Put it right there on the mic there. Put it on the mic there. RT says, toilet bowl earth, yes. Cannot resist having an argument about religion, Christianity, spirituality. RT learned that the hard way. Yes, the first time that you called into CBO's show. We've since buried the hatchet. Good. He's passionate about his religious beliefs for sure. Yes, indeed. That bordering on understatement there. But certainly the case. Oh, I'm having another gallbladder attack. Lovely. Like I say, it's all for the good, It's not a bad thing. Oh yeah, how long until we get to eat again? Probably about 30 minutes. I don't know. It may not go too much longer. We'll see. I'm not sure I can quite handle dropping the link right now. In some ways, I'm amazed that we've made it to an hour and 26, which is not long, in the history of the channel, obviously. That would not be considered a very long duration necessarily in comparison to some of the other live streams. What's the longest recent live stream? Let's see. How about we share the old screen there, buddy? Yeah, I can hear the other room way better through this mic than I can without it. Funny how that works. Yeah, my channel, damn it. We went 8.5, but that was mostly replays of my podcast, Nightmare Dystopia. That's worth checking out, I think, if you haven't already. It's just a bunch of old episodes. Yeah, see, this was 7.5 hours. Get in where you fit in. 2 days ago. 7 hours and 10 minutes. 5 days ago. So, yeah, we could do some decently long live streams. Not always, but here's a 5.5, 11 days ago. This one may be on the shorter side. I certainly appreciate everybody that's been here thus far. We're not kicking you out quite yet. You ain't got to go home, but you're finna have to get up out of here, I should say. What's up, fed up Southern girl? Good to see you. I guess I was wrong. I once predicted that fed up Southern girl would in fact be grossly overweight, if not obese. Apparently I was wrong. I saw she cammed up. I got some screenshots, by the way. That was probably also a deleted live stream. It's like, dude, I'm just going to have to start screen capping these things in real time, I guess. Oh, okay. You're trying to do the gun debate. Stephen David apparently is going to do a gun debate, I guess, with Beavy. That was Beavy that was on here talking to me about gun control that one time. Finna have to get to stepping presently, Mr. Smackleford, indeed. Good to see you, sir. Provo Kid says if his father was not a PhD and didn't advocate for him, he would have been placed in special ed. Well, I myself was identified for gifted and talented, and they put me in gifted and talented, which was like a separate teacher in a separate classroom. It was really fucking weird, actually. It's me and I don't know however many kids, and dude, they had me in that shit for a week and then put me back with the regular kids. I was like, thank you. It was Arkansas, man. So, you know, back in the day in Southeast Arkansas. So I don't know that I guess we had special ed, but you really had to be fucked up to end up in that. I did all right amongst the regular kids, but yeah, certainly wasn't into the gifted and talented. It's like, no, man, I'm just nerdy and I like to read. Why do I got to be gifted and talented? Yeah, gifted is categorized as special ed. What's up, AJ? Mr. Lloyd. Every time he sees a person with a mask, he hears, take that shit off your face. You look like an idiot. Puts a smile on my face every time. Well, happy that you found some joy in me acting a fool while I was intoxicated in public. Certainly not actions I would ever recommend. But yeah. Perhaps I would show some of that here, but I don't know. Even my my gall is mitigated, I suppose. Maybe we will get out of here. Let me see what old Unslaved's up to. Has he got anything going yet? This is what I mean by due deference. Check in every once in a while. See what the big show's finna do. Proper instruction motivates people. Nothing yet. We're clear. All right. CBO, I'm dropping the link. CBO incoming. Yeah, I may very well do that. I'm mainly fighting the cannabinoids, but yeah. All right, link for Drew only right now. Made man Drew, hopefully joining. Yeah, no hurry, man. We got you. Croco, shout out to Croco. He's a big from sitting on the couch for 15 hours. Views are terrible, disgusting slob of a human he is. Who? Provo Kid says nothing worse than talking to someone who has already secured their position in heaven. You said it, brother. Oh, yeah. I didn't think he meant me, Croco. Shout out to Croco. Hey, here's Drew. What's happening, partner?
Hey, what's up?
What's happening? What's on your mind, sir? Welcome. CBO in the house.
We are in the Discord right now fighting with that Australian piece of shit, BB. You know that guy?
Yeah.
You know that guy, BB?
Well, I try to. Well, No, I don't know him, but he was over here talking about guns one time.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about right now. He's always talking about civilians shouldn't own guns. I wanted to see if he wanted to come on.
Yeah, I've had him on about that, but if anybody else wants to
What's
get into
his?
it.
What a dumbass. He has
Yeah, I
no
don't really
arguments against why you shouldn't be allowed to own guns. He just
I felt like he made some points. I felt like he made some points.
What was his points?
I don't remember, man. You seem like you might want to talk to him about it. I'm not.
I thought it'd be a good stream for you if he wanted to come over and defend it.
Couldn't be more I couldn't possibly be more pro, but I'm not going to put the energy into doing it myself. That's where we're at on that.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
You seem a little fired up though.
Pamela said BB is insufferable. She's got 2 guns on her desk. Those are big guns.
Indeed they are. The guns I never own.
What's up, David Crocco?
David Crocco joining the stream.
What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Chilling, man. I just popped in to say what's up in the Discord, and I saw some spastic debooting going on. So
yeah, I was trying to get that dude to come over here and talk about the guns.
Nah, man,
he's welcome to join.
Pick up a pack of smokes, get on your moderator game tonight, and set it up.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, be the Andrew, the Crucible. We'll do the Drucible.
Yeah, dude.
Just smoke and squint the whole time. I'll be like, now, BB.
Just chain smoke the fuck out of cigarettes.
But yeah, I don't vouch for the guy. If that's what we were talking about.
Horrendous comments.
Oh, sorry, Crocco. No, I definitely don't vouch for the guy if he was trying to use my name in any way. Just want to make that clear. I'm not sure what context that was mentioned, but yeah, I certainly let him have his say over here, and he seemed like he wanted to have a formal debate with somebody. That's what he said. So,
he hasn't made
what
one.
Do you think,
he's
Drew?
been spurging about it all morning, and I don't think he's made one point yet.
Well, that's just the male menopause or whatever, right? I mean, isn't that like a hormonal problem?
I was wondering if it was an Australian. He was coming from that because of how their culture is, but I just don't even see the argument in the United States. But
hey, BB joining the live stream.
Now the stream's gonna get hot. Share the stream with your friends.
Oh man,
let's go.
Welcome, BB. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. The gun things, it's still a thing, apparently.
Apparently people get emotional over in fucking EBT server. So people get like so fucking emotional, man. Like they can't deal with it,
Like you're telling people what they can't do. Like you're trying to.
Dude, Drew, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You can fucking tell anyone what to do. Fucking suck it up, bro.
Yeah, you can tell people what to do, but if
you can, Crocco, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking can. All right?
Yeah.
You tell fucking Owen Benjamin the Bears what to do all day. And I reckon it's awesome. So shut the fuck up. How about you guys actually bring an argument to the table besides there's bad guys out there?
So you started off
right? Yeah, well, how about you bring an argument?
Can I say something back? Because you're getting emotional.
Can you bring an argument to the table, Crocco?
Yeah, I like to.
All right, come on, bring it then. Bring it.
Are you gonna cut me off every time I start talking?
Bring it, bro. Bring the argument.
I want to own a firearm, therefore I own a firearm. Why should someone else, especially in government power, be able to take that firearm from me?
All right, because we live in a civil society.
No, we don't.
We don't need them.
We don't live in a civil society.
Well, I mean, I think America is a civilized society.
No, you would be
Why
wrong.
is that? Why is that?
Because we have a large population of people that commit crimes. We have a large population of people that will steal things from you, take things from you, try to take everything you own. And if you don't have the means to protect yourself in that situation, you're absolutely fucked. Doesn't matter if it's a civil society overall or not.
So you don't have insurance then, right?
Excuse me?
You don't have insurance then, do you? You don't have insurance for your
Explain what you're
stuff.
trying to make the argument about.
You don't have insurance then. You just got your weapon. That's all you need, right?
Are you saying, do I have like health insurance?
Like insurance for your belongings, for your stuff. You know what I mean?
I have insurance on my car. I have health insurance.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's not the same thing as someone coming up to me, trying to harm me or harm my girlfriend. And my only means to defend myself at that point would be a firearm.
Right.
So are you saying the gun is
What?
my
So you
insurance?
wouldn't maybe like what?
No,
You
what's your
wouldn't be happy
what's
with?
the insurance argument?
Well, what's your argument with people that do crimes?
That they're pieces of shit.
Okay, but what kind of crimes are we talking about, Croco? You're not really specific about that until now.
Let's just say robbery.
A robbery. What kind of robbery?
Someone comes up to you with a knife and demands your belongings from you.
And I mean, what really could you give him that's like going to be so detrimental to you?
I don't want to.
Well, you got $100 in your pocket?
Anything.
But seriously, Croco, if someone came up to me and wanted $100, it's like, all right, here's the $100.
So you're
gonna find out much later on that jail isn't that fun, right? And
yeah,
I'll
that's
be
why I don't
going on my way, or on my merry way.
Well, where's jail coming into this?
And it probably at some point, because you know what criminals
probably
do? They always end up in the worst places, man. That's what I've seen anyway.
What are you talking about? So if someone,
what are you talking about, man? You've got this hypothetical situation, right?
You asked me
in
for a
civil
situation.
society.
I gave you a hypothetical.
Oh, you got this hypothetical situation, and I'm telling you that you don't need a firearm in that situation.
I think you do.
Who are you to say what he needs?
Well, I'm giving you an argument.
He's just saying give the $100.
It's like, you know what I would do?
Just because you would give the $100, why should everyone else give the $100?
Bullshit. I've been rolled before, man.
Yeah,
it's like, I have been rolled, man. It's like, you know what? I was happy to fucking throw my phone across the fucking road.
Else wants to be robbed.
I was happy to fucking throw my phone across the road and take those fuckheads on, right? And it's like they showed me because it was like 5-1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy with that. I wouldn't be happy in that society.
Yeah, well,
that sounds civil.
I am happy, Croco. I am happy, bro.
Civil to you? Just let criminals go wild.
Guess what,
hey,
I can go to the beach, buddy. I can go to the beach, and I don't have to have a fanny pack and walk around and enjoy myself.
Okay, I don't have a fanny pack either, but I don't have an issue with anybody having one.
All right, cool. Yeah. Well, I'm just telling you that it's like life is okay. Life is okay. Life's okay, bro.
Let me interrupt for 1 second and just say I'm restreaming this now on my backup channel. We're on Benton's channel, so make sure you go follow Benton. We got BB, the Australian, here trying to make the argument that he doesn't believe civilians should own guns for self-defense. He's been talking about it all morning in the Discord. I don't think he's
in a peace, a society living in peace. Not a warring society.
We're not there, and
we're not in.
And
war.
I'm not even making.
Are we in war? Is there a war going on at the moment in the U.S.? Is there a war going on?
There are places in the U.S. you could call civil, but on a day-to-day basis, if you choose to own a firearm, that is your choice that you are making to own one. Now, if you want to get into the legalities of it, which I don't think there should be any legal insertion anywhere. I don't think there should be background checks. I don't think there should be anything. I don't think the Second Amendment matters at this point. But if you want to go from that argument to legally own a firearm in the country is very hard in certain places. Some of the places with the strictest gun laws have the worst gun crime because they're going to have their hands on firearms that someone legally trying to get one cannot.
Yeah. All right. Hold on a second.
Anyone
hold on a second. Hold on a second. I talked about Chicago before, right?
Hold on, I'm not finished.
I talked about Chicago. No.
Hold on, baby.
You are finished right now. No. I talked about Chicago just before. No. This is a Croco thing that's going nowhere, bro. All right. You brought up that the strictest gun laws have the worst crime, and it's like, That's not exactly true, man. Like people were hanging it on me about Chicago, and it's like you can conceal carry there. That's like night and day here.
I don't even want the concealed carry. I don't want any of that bullshit.
Croco, don't give me
if
this
I
shit.
want to own a
Croco,
firearm, I can own a
Croco,
firearm.
Croco, don't give me this shit about the strictest places have the worst firearm stuff. That's bullshit, man. Chicago is like
I don't even like
Chicago is like night
making
and day.
that argument. I'm in New
Chicago
York.
is night
It's
and day
very
to
hard
Melbourne.
to get a
It's
license.
night and
That's
day.
why I brought it up.
Dude,
I don't
it's
need
night
to
and day to
explain
Melbourne.
to anyone why I want a
Man,
firearm.
Croco, can I explain what it's like here, right?
I don't give a fuck what it's like there.
Oh, look at you. You can't even handle anything, man, right now. Okay?
You keep
Like,
cutting
listen
me
to me,
off
right?
when I'm trying to make my
Dude, listen
point.
to me.
I don't care about
You know what it's like?
your
You know what it's like in Melbourne?
society that was created by criminals.
In Australia, you can't own weapons for self-defense. That's not a valid reason. Right?
Okay.
So what?
So what's that point?
Right.
That's
So
the
when
point
you
we're
try
having?
and when people said before that the argument was lost, when I said, well, if you want to bring up varying factors, let's compare Melbourne with Chicago, and people said, well, they've got the strictest gun laws, right? And it's like, okay, all right, maybe that's true. So I looked into it, and it's not true. You can conceal carry in Chicago. There is firearms everywhere there. It's like night and day to here.
Okay, but the point
Right.
we're making, BB, is that the people there that have the gun, that create the gun problem there, don't have concealed carry. They don't have registered guns.
Perhaps, but there's a working example
perhaps,
in the
that's how
West
it is.
well, hold on. But there's working examples in the West of gun control working.
Where?
So where's your argument then?
Can I now respond? Let's forget about Chicago. Let's forget about Atlanta. Let's forget about all of these places.
Sure.
If you want to go from if you believe the Constitution is real and the Second Amendment is real and we should have that right, then there shouldn't be any form of gun laws, gun control, common sense gun measures anywhere. But there is. So every step you take, every little, you don't need it for self-defense. It's not about any of that. It's about just owning a firearm. We have that right.
Okay. All right. So you've explained that right. Now I'm telling you an argument, Croco. Right? I'm not saying what is and what isn't. I'm saying that in a society at peace, there is no reason for civilians to own
We're not a
guns.
society at peace.
I disagree. I think America is.
You're just wrong.
I mean, Crocker, have you been to Somalia? Have you been to Sudan? I brought this up with Benton before, didn't I, Benton? You know, I think there are uncivilized places.
Yeah, we
and
talked
about. I mean,
we covered some of these points.
Comparing like a nice place in the U.S. to Somalia is pretty drastic. But
well, I mean, saying that the U.S. is
that's not a
uncivilized
reason to not own a firearm.
No, I think actually, if you do live in a civilized society, you don't really have a reason for self-defense. You can, you can own one here. I just
repeat what you just said.
People don't have intrusive thoughts to harm others. I mean, that's absolutely mad.
You just say you don't have a right to self-defense, Stevie.
You're thinking to yourself that just because overall the country's civilized, that there's not going to be criminals and there's not going to be people that take advantage of that.
See, you're pulling the utopia card. It's not going to be a utopia. I'm just saying that it shouldn't be the case.
Let's go back a little bit. Did you just say you have no reason for self-defense, BB?
No. I said that you can't obtain a firearm for self-defense. It's not a
I don't want one. I don't want one just for self-defense. I just want one because I want one.
But why can't you obtain one? You're saying you're saying you agree with that.
Hey, may I ask who the foreign cupcake is who's saying we don't need self-defense and we don't fucking... Who the fuck is this cupcake who's telling us that we... Don't you guys have stabbings like crazy in the UK? Aren't you guys getting stabbed like you out there? There's a difference between Americans and foreign fucks like you. We have the right to bear arms, and we do believe in protecting our families. And I'm sorry, but the hug-a-buddy, love-a-buddy, Barney the dinosaur fantasy you have in your mind is bullshit, bro. I don't know what kind of programming you have, some Joe Biden hug-a-buddy, fuck-a-buddy, millennial bullshit. But sorry, pal, we like to protect our families and children. And yes, you ever been locked up in prison? You ever been locked up? And yes, I've been around third world countries and here in America. You always have to protect yourself. That's some Barney the dinosaur bullshit, bro.
You're the perfect example why you shouldn't own guns. You're a great example, bro.
Why? Because I'm going to fucking take out fucking people like you that want to take our guns away?
You're a loser.
Yeah, you're
a loser,
the
dude.
enemy. You're the enemy.
You're a loser. Man,
yeah,
you're
I'm a loser because I'll fucking take you out because you want to take my family's right to protect away. My neighbor's right to protect their kids away. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hug-a-buddy, fuck-a-buddies are dangerous. You guys are programmed dangerous now. The New World Order programming on people now has not only become
Jim Bob, by the way, $4.99 live chat, first ever in the history of the channel. Thank you, Jim Bob. Sorry for the interruption there. Please continue.
No. Hey, you guys, thanks, Jim Bob, for Benton.
Yeah, maybe we should answer that question. It's like,
okay, well,
see, like,
I'm glad
the police are technically. The police are technically like a, what do you call it,
a regulated
authority.
Hand it over to Gestapo. You ever heard of Gestapo? You know what Gestapo is?
Oh, I don't know what Gestapo is. I don't know. I don't know what.
So you think organizations is the way to hand it over to organizations? Hand it over to organizations with money and agendas, right? That's what you think is the best route.
What's Hitler, bro? What's Hitler? Oh, what's Gestapo?
Hold on 1 second.
I don't know what that is.
You sound like a foreign fuck that needs a hug-a-buddy and fuck-a-buddy. Why don't you on Ian spreading your bullshit?
Hey, Apu. I got a question about hug-a-buddy, fuck-a-buddy. Weren't you and Brian O'Shea having a sleepover?
Oh, yeah, hey, that was actually good, man. Brian O'Shea, that was some funny shit, man. I got it on camera. That way, you guys knew it. I shared it.
This guy's an Aussie pussy, huge cock.
You know what? I'm sorry, but it's people like him. When our nation goes to World Health Organization law here very soon, because the digital currency, if you didn't notice, 16 countries dropped the U.S.
We're not doing normie narratives with us, Snafu, but. Sorry, Snafu, can't do the current events.
Okay, let's go here.
Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated.
Let's go to this question Jim Bob asked though about to BBs. Like, why would the police then need guns if you're in a civilized society? He advocates for police should have guns.
Sure. I mean, it's a good question. I mean, the cat's out of the bag with guns, right? Like, I'm more than willing to accept that you're not putting that cat back in the bag. So, you definitely need a regulated authority with the highest kind of levels of physical power on Earth.
How is the regulation going to work, though? Like, they tried it with drugs and it didn't work. So how are you going to be able to regulate it?
Well, I mean, do the police work? I mean, they work here.
Yeah, but if you tried to institute a gun buyback thing or all of a sudden you're trying to do a sweeping gun ban or something like that, and then you leave only those in power, maybe my generation wouldn't totally get slaughtered, but the tyranny would be off the charts once that happens. Like in your country where you were literally forced to get jabbed and shit like that. And it's not just guns that they're owning; they're completely militarized.
No. I lost my job because I didn't get the vaccine. So you can fuck off. You can fuck off, Croco. How about that? How about you don't speak on matters that you don't know anything about?
Well, I know a lot of people from there that felt very harshly about it because of how they were treated to forcefully get jabbed.
You know what's funny, Croco? It's like, most people I know got the vaccine and they're fine.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them, you know, and that's what I say as well. I didn't get it, but good for them.
Yeah, good for them, man.
Yeah, fucking oath, man. So it's like when I say that, it's like, are people like really getting this emotional about it? It's like the
Yes.
police have a duty to do. I am
I don't,
just
I don't, I
more
don't, I
than
don't
willing.
understand when this thing started. Maybe it's a Ben Shapiro thing or something, but why can't people get emotional about things that are very important?
Sure, I mean that's fine, right? But
Like we should
people
have
resulting.
emotions. That's a normal thing to do. Have.
It is a normal thing to have emotions, but it's like if you're going to talk about things in a reasonable manner, like complex kind of things like that, it's like you should try and
I think we're
withdraw on
doing
those a
that right
little bit.
now. I think we're doing that right now.
Good. Let's withdraw the emotions then. So it's like,
No, with
why
emotions. Just because you have emotions doesn't mean you're
why
spurting out. You're just
civil?
emotional about something.
Sure. So why on earth does like civil society really need fucking handguns?
Okay,
I
can
think that's
you
like
explain to me civil society then? I just need your
But you also
interpretation
say
of civil
police. You also
society.
say police
All right.
need them.
No, I
You're
need this.
fucked up.
I need this definition of what
Right.
his civil society is.
Okay. Like so the biggest one with civil society, right?
No,
Due
like
process.
if you're saying the U.S. is a civil society, just explain to me generally what you mean by that.
Generally, here we
Just
go. You want to get
because you keep saying the term
due
civil
process.
society, so I want to know
Due
what
process.
it means.
Due process. Do you have due process in America?
Sometimes.
I think due process is a pretty common thing there.
Yeah, I mean, there's like the Patriot Act and other things that would say
Well. I'm talking
matters,
about
but yeah, generally, yeah, there's due process, but
criminal law system, litigation law. I mean,
yes, we
that's
have due
due
process.
process, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, that would be an example of a civilized society, right? So it's like when you have these things in action, you should be able to like separate powers in a kind of way that like is in accordance with how the society is at the time. Are they at war? Are they at peace? Do you see what I mean?
Well, the U.S. is always at war, and we're not at peace. So that wouldn't technically describe the United States, and you're not factoring in uncivilized people or people that just feel the need to go commit a crime, or people that want to go commit a crime, or they feel like they have to commit a crime.
Right, but you have due process for those
No,
people, right?
well, the due process is after they commit the crime to you.
So it should be before they commit the crime?
I'd rather just be armed for any situation that's in front of me. It's not just about self-defense. Making any argument as to why I should be armed is starting from a losing position.
Sure.
This is how the government wants you to think. They want you to say, "Oh, I need this to defend myself," or "Look at this. The Second Amendment says this, so I have the right." No, no matter where you live, if there's a chance or a harm to you that could come, you should have a firearm.
All right. So I kind of get what you're saying, and it's like it is like is that I like my society to separate the powers in a way that keeps
what powers?
Potential. What powers? So like let's just say the power of a handgun, a open carry handgun. That would be a power, right? To some extent, I want that power to be in certain people's hands, not in the general public's hands.
So just the
it's a different position, isn't it?
The people hired by the government.
It's a different position, isn't it? Right.
I'm not asking you. So just the government and the people hired by the government should have firearms.
Well, I mean, these are the people that we have like. I mean, I didn't really have a choice in the matter, but these are the people that we entrust with our society.
But I don't trust them.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Croco. It's a different position. I don't think it's a correct position, right? I think that if you may as well have.
If it's not correct, then why should we? Why are you arguing for it?
It's a face-down ass
why
position.
Bother? Why bother with due process then? Why isn't just
I don't
everything
get this
like?
Yeah, but due process is for someone
with it. If everyone's got a handgun, If everyone's got a handgun, then everyone can do their own due process at home. Everyone could be their own judge, jury, executioner. What's the point then?
We're just supposed to call the police.
But you're assuming because someone has a firearm, they're going to go out and start shooting with that firearm?
No, I'm saying that it's like, what's the point of due process when everyone has a handgun in your position? You want that to be
Because everyone's
the case
not
before.
everyone can have a handgun without going out and committing crime with that handgun.
I understand that, man.
You're
But the
talking about
thing-
due process. Someone, excuse me, no, let me finish. You're talking about due process for the person that comes up to me with a knife, demands everything I have, demands everything my girlfriend has, and then I go with my tail between my legs and ask the government to come help me.
Dude,
do you guys have any cameras? Do you have any cameras in the area so I can find this person for due process?
Mate, it sucks, Crocker. I understand, but it's like, that's the thing. It's like, you
So
don't have
that's
that
what you
mentality where you're able to let the government do its job. Right? The government
Why should he
No,
lose
no, no,
everything?
no. I don't want the. I want.
What is it, Drew?
They can do their job, but I also
What is it,
want
Drew?
in my possession the ability to fend that off.
Yeah, why should he have to
And this
wait?
is just one scenario
Why
of
should
why
he
I want
lose
a firearm.
everything?
This
Why
is just
should he-
one
I
scenario.
understand.
This is
I
just one
understand.
scenario.
Hold on a sec. I understand where you're coming from.
Because I don't want to get
but
into this as for self-defense
it's
nonsense.
not convenient. It's not a convenient thing because you are bulking down your society with that. That is my opinion.
Okay. Well, I think you're wrong. I think you're
Sure.
right.
Well, we have plenty of examples all across the world where it does work.
Where?
Right.
Was like the UK thriving or something?
I went to Europe. There is crime that goes on there, but generally speaking, it's like
a stand
the kind of gun violence, for sure, Croco. Like I get it. It's like I'm not an internet warrior and I'm not researching every little single thing, but it's like there's far less gun crime here and in Europe than there is in America, right?
I wonder why
it's just a fact. Well, it's because it's restricted, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't want to live in a
sure.
I don't want to be restricted from having that.
Set aside.
And it's not about
personal
defense,
thing
and
for
it's
a
not
moment.
about the Constitution. It's just in general living.
So set aside the personal for the moment. It's like you have
No,
places
because it is personal.
with regulation, and they have less gun crime. They actually have like less gun incidents in general, right? It's like it's a direct correlation.
How's their knife incidents going?
Pardon?
How's their knife incidents going?
I'm sure they're about.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah, but I don't sit and fucking curl up in a ball and don't go outside, right? Like what?
I don't understand this argument at all, man.
What are you talking about?
I'm
What are
not
you talking
no
about,
one's
man?
curling up in a ball, but also that's
Yeah,
not
but you're
letting you
trying to
govern.
scare me. You're trying to scare me. What about those knife fights? Dude, I don't give a shit about them.
No, because I was just saying because you're saying the gun crime got lower, and I'm saying the knife crime went up. Is the argument?
Oh, so you're
I'm not
changing
saying
it
curl
now.
up in a ball because of it.
You're changing it now, are you?
No,
I'm telling you, there's a correlation.
I'm not changing anything.
Yeah, so it's like, do you want more?
Are you sure you
gun
didn't get
crime in your
vaxxed
country?
and you don't have a
That's
blood
Paul
clot in your brain?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I'm fucking with you, BV. Jesus.
Okay, you're gonna
Christ,
get a
boy.
copyright strike, Ben.
We used to
Warm up,
be able to
inspire,
joke
trigger.
around a little bit.
Your stream's gonna get shut
Oh,
down.
for the music?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck Paul, man. Jesus Christ with that fucking slob.
No, we're just saying that the stream can get taken down.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I haven't
that
had a
fat
problem with
fucking
playing
retard.
music actually.
You haven't?
No, but I know you're restreaming, so I'll
I've had it
stop
cut
the
my
music.
streams in the middle of the stream before. I guess it
I
depends
want
on
to see his face. See his face.
Yeah, I've been getting away with playing music, but I hear you. We'll kill the music for now.
All right, man. We gotta corner BB, and Jim Bob wants the link. Jim Bob wants to come on. I think he wants a piece of BB.
Oh, Jim Bob on the stream as me? Shit.
You've got 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Bring Southern up in here. Is she in the?
That's a
No, don't. I don't want to talk to her. She's a spin.
He doesn't want to have to defend his stance against a woman that would need a gun.
No. You know what? I'm more than happy to speak to her, but she's definitely low energy. What she was saying in the Discord, it's like that's the same with Rusty, same with Steven. They're reckless with firearms. They're idiots.
Who are you to determine that they're reckless, though?
Well, I mean, when you have perception on a public forum like YouTube, you should really think about the way that you treat certain things, and the way that you should have some perception management there. That's.
Hey Ben,
I mean,
you can let Jim Bob in, and I'll hop off. Nice talking with you, BB. Ben, thanks for
I love the
gentleman.
But yeah.
BB,
Later, Croco.
BB, I do like you, man. I was just
thanks.
Yeah, same.
I was joking with the blood clot in the brain. All right.
I watch all your streams.
Don't get emotional.
Hey, BB,
So,
what's going on? I just was listening in, and there's two things you said. One is a civilized society doesn't need guns, but then that was ended when we understood the civilized society as a society with a justice system, and a justice system assumes authority.
No. Civilians shouldn't own guns.
Right. I'm saying a civilized society, as you stated it.
In a civilized society. Civilians in a civilized society. Get it right, dude.
Okay, civilians. So in a civilized society, civilians don't need guns, and the reason police need guns
for self-defense. For self-defense.
Okay, so the reason police need guns is why?
Because guns are like the ultimate weapon in the current
I know what
paradigm,
a gun is.
like the current. Okay, all right. Listen up, fuckface. I'm explaining the position. All right, so it's like. Guns are the best weapon at the moment, I think, for your average person, not someone in a plane or something like that. It's like just having a firearm on you. It's the ultimate weapon. Someone needs to have that power because the cat's out of the bag and you're not going to put that back in. So I'm arguing for
All right,
the
then
regulated.
it's settled. Everybody has one. We're nice and polite. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
so that's the reason. That's the reason a police. I asked why does a police need it, but not me.
Yeah. Well, because police are a regulated authority.
So regulated authority needs it. Why though? I'm asking why do they need a? Why does a regulated authority need a gun?
And who has authority over an individual? What individual has authority over another individual?
All right. Enough with this sovereign citizen stuff. Stop.
No,
it's like you don't understand what I'm saying. All right.
I want the answer to the question. Why does the
don't pretend like
why does a regulated
don't
authority?
Pretend like you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
I want to know.
The ultimate power, I think, on a person is a firearm.
Okay,
especially a handgun, right?
Evie.
So, are you going to let me explain?
Yeah, but you're not answering the question. You're just bloviating.
What's the question, big boy? What's the question, mate?
Why does the regulated authority need a gun?
Because we can't put guns back in the colloquial bag. Guns are out. We're not going to get rid of them, but because of how useful they are in terms of control, I think that someone needs to have them, and they need to be regulated.
So they're
right.
So the
is that simple, man?
It doesn't answer the question. Actually,
what do you mean?
You're just explaining what guns are over and over again.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Hold on.
I know what a gun is. I know the power of a gun.
So you're asking me why it needs to be under a regulated authority. It needs to be under a regulated authority because of what they are.
Well,
right?
owning a gun, right. I'm under a regulated authority still by owning a gun. So I'm asking why the regulated authority is the only one who needs the gun and I don't, and I'm not
for self-defense. For self-defense.
So the regulated authority gets to defend themselves, but I don't. Now I'm asking why. Why do they get to defend themselves?
Because I don't think that your average person should be allowed that privilege
to defend themselves.
Your average civilian does not.
You don't think the average person deserves the ability to defend themselves, but the average person who works for the government
with a firearm, With a firearm. With a firearm.
So how do you defend yourself against a firearm?
Dude, I mean, look at fucking, what was his name, Drew? Santos Bonacci? Fucking, you just you grab someone, you choke the shit out of them, dude.
Someone who has a gun,
What is
them?
it with these little lambs wrapped in cotton balls, bro?
How many defensive uses of guns are documented in the U.S. per year?
A lot.
1 million, over 1 million. So when someone, according to BV's logic, when a criminal who's actually unregulated and still will get the gun and use it for their will to power, BV's argument is that the authority, the cop, right, deserves the right to defend himself in the event that criminal attacks him. But me, the person with 3 children, the person with 3 children should use a choke. Hold on, should use a chokehold when someone holds a shotgun to my head.
Dude,
not.
I understand. I understand why you're pissed off about this, dude. But
I'm not pissed.
The policeman is there to protect.
Saying we're emotional.
No, you're wrong. Hold on, you're wrong, BV.
Right? And it's
BV,
also
BV, hold on, you're wrong. You're lying. You're lying already. In the U.S.,
not lying.
hold
I'm
on.
telling you.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, BV. In the U.S., the police officer has no obligation to protect the citizen at all, or his property.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Maybe that's another fucked up thing about the U.S. Like,
well,
I mean,
no,
here,
it's you.
Oh, so now it's a different thing.
No, you don't know what the hell you're talking
maybe it
about.
is. I don't know. You're just telling me that. I don't
So
know.
you're not very sure of this position then. You just backed off it with almost nothing.
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't know what the police, like specifically legally.
But that's who you said we should depend on, right?
No, I said that is what a regulated authority should be.
And that's what you have your faith in, right?
You're getting semantic about this. Right?
You're getting semantic about this.
What's okay? The adult version of I know you are, but what am I?
No, BV. Warren versus District of Columbia is not semantic. It's the fact that the police and the government, by the way, in the U.S. have no obligation to protect your life and your family or your property. So this concept, right? According to you, police should defend themselves. They should be able to defend themselves, but I don't. I can't defend myself.
I am telling you. You asked me, right? Why should there be a regulated authority?
No, I didn't ask that. I didn't ask that.
Right?
I didn't.
Well, what did you
ask
ask then? What did you ask at the start?
I asked you why the regulated authority deserves to have a gun. That's a different question than whether guns should be given by a regulated authority. You're saying two arguments. You're saying two arguments. What?
No, I'm not. You know what I said? I said that guns are the ultimate weapon. And
I know what a gun is.
Okay, all right. So you know that guns are real. Okay.
What the fuck do you mean ultimate weapon, dude? And we got other weapons as well. What do you mean?
Well, look, if me and you are 10 meters away, and I've got a firearm, I'm gonna fucking win most likely, right?
Unless I choke you from 10 meters away, right?
I'm sure. Like there might be some off chance where you're like a gun athlete and you're gonna wreck me, but it's like the thing is it's like I don't think everyone should have that privilege of owning a firearm in a society.
So who gets to give them the privilege? Who gets to give them the privilege?
Obviously,
answer the question. Why do you trust them? What do you mean, obviously?
So government. Right. So it's like this is a trust thing now.
A trust thing, yeah. So you trust the government then is the obvious conclusion. You trust the government, correct?
Well, I don't have a choice in that.
Yes or no? Okay, so you're saying that you do. I don't. And anybody with a brain does not trust them. So your argument's already dog shit. Do you have another argument?
Guess what? Guess what? Americans don't have a choice in that either.
You don't have an argument at all.
BB,
and you're
do you trust yourself? Do you trust yourself with a gun?
I do have an argument.
BV, do you trust
No, you
yourself
don't.
with a
You
gun?
have not presented a single argument.
Many guns.
His argument is gone. It's been destroyed in several ways.
No, it hasn't.
Yes,
it
has.
Saying that no, it hasn't.
It
just
already
saying that
has.
you've destroyed someone.
I can explain exactly how it's
demolished.
I've even gone through the correlation.
You didn't even bring
a decent argument.
Did you hear the correlation?
Like what correlation? How is correlation an argument?
when you have
You can
restrictive
strangle
gun
someone
laws,
if they're trying to
like
shoot
you do in-
yeah, dude.
when-
You could. Your
when
argument
you
is
have-
you could strangle
when-
someone if someone's pointing a gun at you. That's your
no,
argument.
it isn't.
Yeah,
No,
you
it
said
isn't.
that. You
when
said
you
that.
have restrictive gun laws, you have less gun crime.
When you have no
Full
dicks,
stop.
you have less rape.
Full stop.
If you
I
cut
say,
off
look-
dicks, you have less rape.
Look at the quality.
BV,
Hold on.
if you
Look
cut
at the
off everyone's
quality-
dick,
look
you
at
have
the
no
quality-
rape.
Look
That's
at the
your
quality
logic.
of your argument. Look at the quality of your argument. If you
How
cut
do you
off dicks, you don't
Stop
have rape.
projecting,
That's
buddy.
your argument, dude.
That's ridiculous.
literally your
That's
argument.
ridiculous.
You're the one with no
it isn't.
argument, dude.
If we don't have
Wait,
cars, we don't have accidents. That's your argument.
No.
Yeah, it is.
There's
That's your
always-
argument. That's the form of
Did
your
I say?
argument.
No.
Did I say there was going to be no gun crime? Did I say that?
Well, that the logical end is no crime, right? That's the goal. Wouldn't that be your goal? No gun crime?
Right? No, I said.
Would it be your goal? Yes or no?
Right? How do you reduce it?
Reduce it to
Right?
what? What's the ideal?
Reduce
Zero,
it,
right?
Reduce it to something less than like what you have
mean
over there.
You mean ideal?
That'd be nice.
You mean ideal?
Perhaps there would be an ideal.
Is
kind
it
of number.
zero?
Absolutely not.
So ideal isn't zero for you. So you prefer some crime.
Well, I mean, put it this way. Now we're talking philosophically, right? It's like ideal. It's like perhaps I could say zero. Realistically, no.
Are you going to?
Excuse me?
Are you going to say the ideal, or are you just gonna gish gallop away from your logical argument? Dude, you're a
I'm
sophist,
telling you.
dude. You're a sophist.
I'm telling
Get
you.
the fuck out of
if
here,
you-
dude. Get out
Wait,
of here.
Man, you've got the whole rest of the world that you can look at statistics.
Nah, you're full of shit.
Who are you jokers? Who are you jokers?
Every time they put in a gun ban, the Nazis or the Soviets take over. So
Who are the Nazis and the Soviets? Who are they, man?
Well, they took the guns away from their people. That's one thing they did.
Really? There were plenty of firearms over there.
No, they took them away from the civilians. You don't know that? Do you really not know that?
Well, I don't really care about arguing.
Oh, okay, you don't really care. Okay, you don't really
I
care.
don't.
But you wanna tell us Americans we can't have them.
Oh, Nazis don't exist, bro.
Well, they do.
They did in 1940s. They did at one time.
They're gone. They're gone. They're gone, you little lambs. They're not
Are you
around
fucking
anymore.
stupid? Do you not understand how history
Are
works?
you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid, man?
What do you
You're
do
bringing
for
up
work, man?
Nazis.
What do you do for work?
I do farming work.
Really? You're a farmer and you don't understand these gun arguments. That's hard to believe.
Farmer, you don't have a gun to defend against wild predators.
That's hard to believe. What do you farm?
Hold on. I understand the gun arguments. I didn't say that I didn't understand your arguments. I just said
What do you farm?
I'm cherries and grapes.
Okay. Yeah, my grandparents did that back in the day. That's interesting. How the fuck do you not understand the gun arguments if you're a farmer?
Well, I do understand them.
No, it seems like you're just a cuck to the government. You're like, well, the government is going to make the rules and we just need to follow them because we can't trust normal people. You're putting the government in God's place. God gave us the right to self-defense. Guns are self-defense. You can't restrict them. The cops can't respond to every call, even if they wanted to, which they don't. So we have guns.
See, this is the thing, right? It's like you can make names and all that. I really don't care, man. But it's like what you don't understand is it's like when there's less guns in a society, you have less gun crime.
And the knife crime goes up, and the acid attacks. When's the last time there was an acid attack in the United States? Now check Australia. Now check the UK. People are still going to kill each other, you retard.
Oh, guess what? They're false assertions that you just made.
No, they're not. They're facts. What do you mean they're false assertions? False how?
You said the guns. You said the guns go away, and that means the knife attacks. The knife attacks.
Yes, they do. They do. That's a fact.
How about Switzerland? It's got the highest level of civilian gun ownership.
Really, the Aussie needs to watch the channel. There's a channel called Active Self-Protection, and all it does is review cam footage of people that have needed to protect themselves. It'll sum it all up, video after video. And it doesn't always go well either, but it's the only chance you got.
Well, honestly, guys, I think you're being a little bit arrogant here. It's like,
no, dude, that's you. You've been getting shredded all day because you're the arrogant one. Stop projecting, dude. Come with an argument. Come with an argument.
I've come with an argument, and
you haven't. Not
close.
one.
You haven't even come close to defending.
You haven't brought a single argument. Dude, all you've said is trust daddy government to regulate it. That's it. That's your fucking argument.
And you know what? Life's good here, man.
No, it's not. You guys were getting locked up and fucked with during COVID. Don't lie to me. I saw it, and I was embarrassed for you.
Man, people were getting locked up in America as well.
No, I wasn't. No, you cuck.
I wasn't either.
Dude, pick an argument.
No,
we should be arguing over
life's
platform
awesome
and
life's,
caliber.
Life's great here, dude. Life's here. Life's great, man. It's fucking awesome. You know what? I can even shoot guns if I want. I just have to get a license.
Shout to D-Rec.
Need a license? Yeah, well, that's dumb. You don't need a license.
Look at you. That's dumb. It's like you got nothing, man.
What do you mean I have nothing?
Oh, yeah, this is Benton's channel. What do you think, Benton? What do you think of the quality of what's coming from the?
The quality of what's the quality of your grape harvest looking like this year, mate? How's the cherry spread?
Oh, they're finished, man.
Cool. So what kind of guns do you own? You've maintained several times that you own guns. I'm wondering what you have.
I used to own a 22, and I
used to a 22. Okay, so almost so a BB gun. You had a BB gun. Did you have anything else?
Yeah, I had a Lee Anfield.
Nice.
So you don't own any guns now?
MK what?
No.
MK what? MK2?
I just shot 303 rounds. That's all I know. And I
hardly
used it. Yeah, it was a good gun. I mean, like, all I used it for was fucking shooting roos. So
shooting roos. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds very entertaining. Shooting roos. I would come and shoot some roos with you, mate. But on a real note, I do think your arguments are pretty terrible. But you said you've been to America, right?
Yeah, I've been to where did I go? I went to New York. I went to Staten Island, Rhode Island.
Well, see, I will say that if you're in the middle of a concrete jungle, shitty city like that, you're going to be a lot more confused, and you're going to think, oh, yeah, people should have less guns because they're going to be dangerous, and you're going to be all fucked in the head if you're in a city in America. But the thing is, the criminals, like people have said already, the criminals are going to get the guns anyway. And that's it.
Man, you know what, man? It's like when I go back to the US, and I will when my kids are old and stuff. It's like, I can't wait to shoot some decent guns when I'm over there. That's if it's still the case. But it's like, I actually like to think a little bit further and more holistically to society than just like my personal fucking interest in shooting a fucking automatic weapon. I mean, that's something.
I hear you talking about that holistic society thing, but that's really just idealism. That's saying, I wish the world could be a certain way. I can imagine it being peaceful, so it should be that way. And it's just not.
Can you hear me, man? Can you hear me out? Right?
Yes, I've been hearing you all morning. Yes.
All right, big boy. I'm being pretty diligent here when I say this. It's like, when I get the opportunity, right, to shoot like a decent automatic weapon, I'd really like to do that, right? But it's like I can suffer the fact that I may not be able to do that for the sake of the society moving in a better direction, right? I can take my
better direction. How do you make that judgment?
Well, because if you look at the statistics, it's very obvious that when stuff's regulated, gun crime.
You didn't want to go into the statistics because you said I was making mine up when I wasn't. You said this before, and I said yes. You take away the guns, knife violence goes up. That is a fact. It's not something I made up. It's a real statistic.
Sure. I mean, honestly, man, I don't believe you. But with the gun stuff,
it's a fucking fact, dude. So I mean, this doesn't work because you can't come in with your statistic and then I can't counter with mine, and they're both real. That's not going to work,
I mean,
buddy.
you know what, man? It's like, even if it is true, knife attacks go up. It's like, it's different though, because a knife is not as good of a weapon as a gun.
How many surgeons or medics have you talked to?
Surgeons and medics.
Knife attacks are way worse than gun attacks. Way worse.
All right, man. No.
To deal with on an individual injury level.
All right, man. All right, okay.
All right, what? That's a fact too.
Guns are better than knives, dude. They're just
they're completely different, and they serve different functions.
Also
why
depends on
doesn't,
which range you're fighting at.
So, why doesn't the U.S. military? Why don't they just get rid of the? I don't know what their standard issue is now. Why don't they get rid of the Beretta and just give everyone like a sweet knife?
Dude, is that what the fuck I was saying, or are you retarded? Are you retarded or are you disingenuous? It's hard to tell.
No.
Are you trolling or are you retarded?
You're being disingenuous.
Which one?
Guns aren't as good
are you trolling or retarded?
Knives aren't as good as guns, dude.
You're retarded.
They're just not.
Okay.
They're just not.
Better.
They're just not, dude. They're just not.
You're retarded.
Right.
All right, I got some stuff to do, so I'm out for now. Love you, buddy. I hope you figure it out someday.
I hope you get a job.
I don't need a job, and I have lots of guns. Oh, was the pizza guy Rusty? Or who was the pizza guy? Is this thing on? What was that dude's
Is it
name?
over?
It's on, mate. It's on, mate. I think it's over.
Wow, 87 combined viewers, by the way.
Oh, that was good. And we got Jim Bob saying stuff, so that's good. It's always good to see the local, what do you call it, blowhard dipping in to the server to present their opinion.
Dude, isn't there all kinds of creatures in Australia you'd want to have a gun for? Like, isn't there a lot of danger?
His point is you don't need it for a self-defense. But after seeing Tommy suit up with the gas mask and the thing on the stream, I think I changed my mind. I'm with BB now. Idiots don't need it. Idiots like Tommy.
I'm not an idiot. I was military police. I grew up in West Virginia. I've got all kinds of gun discipline.
Yeah,
I'm just
there is but to answer your question though, it's like really the only thing that I'd want a firearm for here when it comes to animals is a saltwater crocodile. Like those things are just fucking unreal, man. They're just savage. So I don't. But in Melbourne, you don't live near them. So
you guys got lions, don't you, out in the outback?
No way.
What's like the biggest like clawed beast you got?
You know what? If I lived, say in country in New South Wales, I'd probably get a shotgun for snakes. Even though in Melbourne, like we have
you want like bird shot or
so what do you call it? And obviously it'd be really handy if we did have firearms at work for
you just want it for his judge. You can put the little 410 shotgun shells in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so but crocodiles, and I guess that's really the only thing.
You can get a revolver that shoots these 410 shells. That's what you want against birds and maybe even home defense.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Well,
watch
that
active self-protection channel, man. It'll show you all the situations you need a gun in like 2 seconds.
Said BB, you got pretty wrecked today, so reformulate, regroup, retry.
I think that's ridiculous.
Hey guys, there's still gun channels. You can chill out. There's still YouTube gun channels.
You know what? Actually, I should add as
show
well.
them on a live stream though, Tommy. That's the policy. We can't even brandish them on a live stream.
Yeah,
that's
well, that's why if I make a channel, I'm making it on a different platform. I can't stand this shit.
For good reason as well. Like, I mean, it's like,
it's the good
what
reason.
Kind of idiot are you? Well, it's like you're handling something that's like a serious weapon. It's like, have some fucking respect. Like I watch what are some fucking bigger channels in the gun world, like fucking Hickok 45, Hickok 45, and it's like you watch him and it's like, even though I completely disagree on his firearm stance, I like watching his channel. It's like, but you watch him handle a gun. It's like he's doing everything fucking awesome. He's making it like pretty clear what he's there for and like what he's actually doing. But when someone like Rusty just fucking shoots a weapon into the distance, I mean, it's just like.
But that was on his land.
You're
He knows
reckless.
where the bullet's going.
It doesn't matter. It's perception. You know,
No, that's what
you
matters.
still,
Is as long as the trigger puller knows where that bullet line is, that's what keeps it safe. Is knowing what's behind your target.
This is the thing. This is the thing, right? And it's like people really
Shout
have
out to
understand
101
this.
combined viewing. Shout out to NA Thought Experiment.
And you can't control people's perception, baby.
No, you can control perception, and
can't.
that's why I was giving the example of these channels that do a good job of that perception, man, and they make everything fucking very clear what they're doing. But when people act like that, you know what it tells me, right? It's like they're fucking losers.
What are you talking? Okay, if there's like 33 million guns in America, that means every day we don't shoot each other with them.
All right,
we're not having accidents.
Listen to me, man. If someone wants to be like the Arab guy at the wedding shooting an AK in the air and being a dickhead, it's like he's also in that category of loser town, right? It's like when
all of the Middle East at weddings and shit.
Dude, if you are doing that kind of thing with a weapon, it's like you are just a loser.
That's Texas.
It is crazy when they do it in the Middle East. It is fucking crazy. I don't see why they don't die more.
Yeah, but it's the thing. It's like if someone like Rusty or Steven wants to brandish on YouTube, it's like, you know what? You guys are losers. Your fucking IQ's probably sitting at about 80, and you know,
Why?
good luck.
Why do you say that?
Dumb as a
Because
post. Cannon fodder.
Yeah, that was actually so funny, Drew. What did he actually say as well? He's like, he's a special needs boy.
Yeah, he called Steven Davis special needs boy. Dumb as a post.
And it's
cannon
like,
fodder.
oh, and it's like when the stream that you did, you know how he's like holding a fucking a mobile phone, shooting it that way. It's like it's so fucking like low energy. It's so low energy, but there's something about like unhinged Australian accents, like Santos Bonacci, and when they're like paying out people, it's just like funny. Like it's just like, you know how Santos is like. He's like, you're just a cunt. You're just a cunt. He sounds like a real rural
what about
Australian
Strapper?
accent.
Australia needs to harden the fuck up.
So I thought that was funny. But saying that though, it's like Steven and Rusty are losers. You can't do that on live air without being a loser. That puts you into the loser category for life, unless you like come out and apologize and wreck, you know what I mean?
Shout out to D-Rex. Shout out to D-Rex in the live chat.
But yeah, thanks for hosting, Benton.
D-Rex gets my pee erect.
Always happy.
Yellow
service.
Cake Maker. I think BB's gonna get off, so I'll shut it down on this side. Yellow Cake Maker, can you drop Benton's link in the chat, please, if you can? And then if you guys want to keep watching Benton,
Much appreciated, sir.
If he plans to
At
keep
Benton
going,
JA668. Yeah, we're gonna keep going on this, Drew.
Okay, I'll shut it down. The kids are asleep. I need some alone time with the wife.
Indeed, sir.
Right,
please enjoy.
No, yeah, I'll
See
be
you,
back
Benton.
probably.
103 concurrent viewers at the moment. Well done, sir.
I don't know how do you stop restreaming? I've never done restream.
I don't
before.
know, man. You've gotten farther with it than I have.
I think I might have figured it out. Okay, I think I did it. All right, peace out.
Later. Yeah, we're down to 35. What's happening, Tommy? Tommy dropped. Doesn't want to talk. That's all good. Snafu, I think we're good on that too. Amateur hours, says Rob Cleveland. Tommy, big Tommy. Oh, well. Didn't want to talk to you anyway, Tommy. Snafu's got something to say. Let's let Snafu come give me the business.
Yeah,
Content
I find it
machines,
interesting.
indeed.
Yeah, Benton, I usually don't call you Nazi Benton because you're usually okay, but I find it interesting that Now, I find it interesting, Benton, that you blocked me when I was saying 16 countries last night dropped the US dollar. Okay, you instantly put me backstage and blocked me when I wasn't even yelling, hug a buddy, fuck a buddy, that little Aussie foreigner, but you're letting this Aussie and meth head Tommy on when I mentioned something. 16 countries last night dropped the US dollar. Completely dropped it last
Yeah,
night.
I'm just tired.
And no,
I'm
no, no.
tired of
You put
hearing
me
about
backstage and
the
blocked me like a
collapse
Nazi,
of the
like
already
Ian
collapsed
China.
system.
Why'd you do that?
Snafu, the system
Why'd you
collapsed
put
in
me? Why'd you block
0809.
me like Ian China when I made a
I
simple
can't.
statement that was true?
The
And then
dollar
you're
is
letting
not
this Aussie talk about
collapsing.
disarming us and all this other shit.
Snafu, the dollar is not collapsing. The dollar is going to be just fine. The supply of McDonald's will continue unabated, sir.
So,
But I
so instead
appreciate
of
your
putting me
concern.
backstage and Nazi blocking me, why did you not just say, "Hey, snafu," what you just said right here?
Did you notice the cacophony of intransigence that was occurring at the time, sir? It wasn't really the venue.
Right. You guys were coddling that foreigner that wants to disarm Americans. Yeah, you guys were totally coddling that foreigner that wants to disarm Americans. And you know what? It's funny because the knife attacks, the acid
coddling.
attacks, just like they
Get 'em,
said,
Snafu.
are ramping up.
Here comes Tommy. Get him, Tommy.
Actually, the one time I could agree with fucking fucktard Tommy is now. He was telling that fucking foreigner fuck the same thing. Why is he trying to promote disarming the nation?
It's not the only time we can disagree. Or, I mean, the only time we can agree.
I agree.
We both agree on people should have the right to be armed. We both agree that there's going to be a catastrophe with the dollar to get us on cashless. And while Benton's right, the dollar will continue, whether digital or fiat. We are going to experience a not leader of the world America. We're going to be hard pressed to get imports, and they're going to be more expensive because all our American power.
Like I said last night, 16 countries dropped the U.S. dollar. And again, Benton, I instead of Nazi blocking me, I would have wished you would have told me what your feelings were instead of just putting me in a cage. Why didn't you Nazi block the guy who wants to disarm Americans? Huh? You disarm the guy who says that we got to prepare for cash or for society with cash. You disarm me and the journalist bullshit I'm saying, but you're letting this little fucktard say, "Oh, I want to take your guns. I want to take your guns. I want to put," like, what the fuck, Benton? Why do you think I get pissed at Nazi cupcake blocking and this Me Too victim mentality?
I don't recall him saying anything about taking your
Are you
sword.
talking about BRICS, Snafu? The BRICS system?
No, last night.
BRICS?
Yeah,
Brazil,
BRICS.
Russia, India, China, sir. BRIC.
It's right,
Brazil,
but it's
Russia, India,
that's
China.
the currency that the Saudis are going to take for oil now. That doesn't have to be the American dollar.
Snafu left, by the way. He
Oh,
was not
I'm
removed.
sure
He was
I'll
not
be
removed
beside
from the
myself with
stream.
disappointment. I want to try and get on a live stream with this dude that keeps calling out me and Stephen David and Chalkbody and all of us.
Who dat?
I thought that's who the anti-gun guy was for a second.
No, I'm not sure who you're referring to, but
his name is Media Watcher 91 is one of his.
Oh yes, he's been around these parts here and there.
He's been cracking me up, man. He like puts our names on a video and it's just like, stay out of my house. Stay out proper me house. I'm like, I'll go fox with him.
This is NPR Tom. They're wondering which Tommy is with us today.
Yeah, they're a bunch of classless fucks. It's like I'd like somebody to cite what makes me so horrible that I can't show up on any fucking panel in some fucking trailer trash like, oh, meth. It's the meth guy. Every time, it's still funny. I don't know. I talk a lot of shit on a lot of people, Kim. Mostly you.
Obvious humor is the funniest, as we all know.
All right. I don't know who Benja thinks they fucking are, man. Like, I'm barely fucking paying any attention to them. Why does Rob want my cross streets? How'd I piss Rob off? Did I drop too many N-bombs?
Man, Kim going hard there. Come on,
Never
man. I'm trying to
beheaded
enjoy
Benton.
these,
When did I behead Benton?
Trying to enjoy the gas station cannabinoids here. What'd you think of the joint live stream there? We had
wasn't that
100
bad.
concurrent
I don't like whenever people bring up the sovereign thing. It's like, no, when I say who has authority over another man, that's not the sovereign citizen thing. It's like, if you're the first two monkeys on this rock, you don't have any fucking hand over the other monkey. If he sharpens a stick, you have the right to sharpen a stick too.
Yep. That's exactly how that goes. Absolutely could not agree more. Stephen David says, solid work, Benton. Thank you for facilitating that. You're welcome. Yeah, I think BV's confused because I heard him out over here, and, you know, he makes some points. It's just I don't think he realizes that some of these people are just never going to give him any ground in any sort of
Well, and
gun
also
discussion.
people get into this mode where like there's Americans that they might not like the police system, but they're more than happy to watch you get hauled off and point and be like, ooh, authority got you. And it's like they might not like the authority either, but they want to weasel to like just enjoy that someone else is catching it. So like him in Australia without a gun and his toilet flushing in the opposite direction and shit, and all the blood rushing to his head because he's upside down all the time. Of course he thinks it's cool not to have a gun and doesn't want us to have a gun. But like in less than a year, I had a couple of kids on Xbox that I played games with. They were like high school kids, and they were in Australia. And they went from like knocking on me for guns to some shit happening to hit me up like, how can we get guns? Like, will you mail us guns? And I was telling them I'd look into 3D printing and shit. But yeah, like a couple guys had guns over there and they like executed some cops and were like running around shooting people for like hours before they got stopped. And that dude's acting like there ain't no problems.
Some people love their slavery.
They do.
That's a thing for sure.
They're like seniors, Kim. One of them might have been a junior, but they're like seniors. We're still Snapchat friends. I haven't been playing games with them, but they hit me up on Snapchat.
Always got to go there, don't you?
The toilet spiral is not fake, and nuclear weapons are real. You guys are. I think denying nuclear weapons is crazier than the disc debate. Like the shape debate isn't as crazy. I get the shape debate. You can't get up there and you can't read star patterns. But to think that there isn't nuclear radioactive bombs that create mushroom clouds that will Sarah Connor you and give your family hereditary gene deformations from the radioactivity fucking up your DNA. The fact you guys don't believe that exists, I don't know what to tell you.
I tuned out a little bit. I blame the...
Do you believe in nuclear weapons, Benton?
No, nukes are fake. It's not real.
God, why do you guys think that? It's like we have those 5 American soldiers
Tommy.
that like were close proximity of
cover. Duck and cover.
What? Huh?
Duck and cover.
No, this shit's no good. I mean, that's kind of like whenever you're going down in a plane and they have you huff oxygen and put your head between your knees. Same difference. Just shut up and die.
You're good. Indeed.
The same way with like if we have all the kids get under their desks, we'll know where all the ashy bodies are. We can identify them easier.
Yes, indeed, Smiley. This has been like my 5th straight day of
like Jeep girls
synthetic
calling
cannabinoid
no
intoxication. Yeah, you saw that one, did you? Remember when Hiroshima and Nagasaki were uninhabitable?
I'm losing money as we speak on Virgin Galactic, and they took fucking Richard Branson.
Oh wait,
space.
nobody ever even left. I'm thinking about taking phone calls. Actually, Tommy, we'll get rid of the lag.
Dude, Hiroshima and Nagasaki have footage of deformed people. Like generations later, they're still having deformities from the radiation destroying your DNA strand. Like, okay, if you guys don't believe in nukes, do you believe in radioactivity? You know what a nuclear power plant's doing? Like, do you know what happens when you split an atom and how Einstein regretted helping us get there? Christos, I've been waiting fucking 12 hours for you to start your stream. Do you guys know about what was it called? Like the devil sphere or the demon sphere? It was like that chrome orb that had the radioactive shit in the middle, and like every scientist that's worked with it an extended period of time has like died of radiation poisoning.
I was disconnected, sir, but I caught the radiation poisoning, so heard almost nothing that you just said. So I'm sure it was all good stuff.
It's all right. I'm just arguing with this stupid chat. Yeah, the demon core EBT. Thank you. But I mean, you guys, what was the one that just fucked up over in Japan and like it was washing over here through the ocean? What reactor was that?
I don't recall.
Like some of the scientists that went down to study it when it first started melting down have died.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
I just don't get how you guys don't believe in nuclear bombs. We have footage of them exploding.
Yeah, exploding footage, very convincing, yes. Very convincing.
Well, I mean, it shows the buildings get, like, wiped out in fucking Terminator 2 fashion, in opening scene
Shout
fashion.
out to, I think, an all-time record 60 in the live chat, by the way, it appears. So shout out to everybody that's here. I do want to take note that Mr. Unslaved will be live at 12:15. He's just scheduled his live. I got the notification.
Oh, you mean like yesterday?
Today.
You mean like the day before?
Today.
You mean like the day before that?
Today. Indeed.
Didn't see that coming.
No. Well, I'll be tuning in. I may pop in over there. I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking about it.
I'm gonna pop in there. I've got I'm working on my I'm trying to figure out what the name is. I'm gonna call him like Watsonati, maybe Wes Watsonati, or Tom Thompsonati. I don't know. I got my head shaved. I got the goatee. Gonna draw some fake tattoos on my arm. Just show up on panel, side view in front of a window. Just shout every couple sentences.
Sounds like a good time, Tommy. I'm gonna go ahead and get you out of here, though, if I may. I'm gonna wrap up and
try it, motherfucker. I dare you.
Hit the road. Tommy, not going gently into that good night, or quietly into that gentle night, however that goes. No, that was Tommy. Thanks for being here, much appreciated. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. 58 people. Wow, amazing, fantastic. Here comes Ascended Cupcake. Is that? Dare we check this out? This has got to be like a meme, right? Yeah, Ascended Cupcake. Oh, all right. Thanks for being part of the show as well. As mentioned before, due deference. Hey, it's who is this? I don't know who this is.
Yes, you do.
Oh, it's Christos. Yeah. What's happening, partner?
Hi. I just wanted to hop in real quick and say this was an amazing stream. You're a very interesting person, and you're getting a lot of traction because I think your authenticity, a lot of people find interest in your story, and especially the stage that you're at, taking a break from trucking.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I think it's very exciting, so keep it up, man.
Well, if any of that was true, then I will certainly take it as a compliment, if it applies. So thank you. Yes.
Yep.
Appreciate you calling in, my man.
Yep. And I basically just wanted to be able to come up here with a funny picture and a little name, kind of like people do. So, but I'll get on out of here because it looked like you were about to close up, man. And I'm
we'll be
working
getting out of here in
anyway.
a few minutes. Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated.
Before I go, I guess I'll
Yes, sir.
ask about the synthetic cannabinoids.
Oh yeah.
Is it like a vape that you got, the cartridge?
Yeah. Popcorn lung.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, yeah, it's just a THCP, THCO, I believe.
I like those. Yeah, I
man,
won't lie.
lasts a
I
long
like
time.
those. My bad. I was just saying I like the. Honestly, I kind of like the Delta 8, the THCO, the THCP. I think there's V. There's all these
something to
different
it.
ones.
Yeah, there's something to it for sure. I would have to say.
I don't think they're as bad as people say, but at the same time, I
time will
definitely
tell.
am all for the homegrown as organic as we can get.
Well, I'm dying from various illnesses, lest we forget. So I'm not too worried about the gas station cannabinoids, synthetic cannabinoids. But yeah, I hear you, man. Probably better off with the actual organic plant matter, the flower, or some sort of concentrate.
Well, I think there's still value in it, and it's still part of what cannabis is, even if it's altered or
Yeah,
a
I would agree with
variation.
that. Yeah, I agree. And I believe that the THC is the primary therapeutic in the plant, in my view. The other stuff helps, but the THC is the main attraction as far as I'm concerned.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, we'll bid you adieu unless there's anything else, sir.
Nope. Talk to you again soon, man. Hey,
All right,
come
man.
through over to Paul's sometime.
Yes, sir.
It's
will
always
do.
good to see you make appearances at other places.
Right on, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Paul, he was nice enough. He swung by here and invited me, actually. So perhaps I'll take him up on his invitation.
Okay, cool.
All right, man. Good talking to you. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
That was Christos. And we're going to move into I'm going to finish up solo. I think that was Fed Up Southern Girl keeps trying to call in, but I say nay. I'll not be talking to Miss Fed Up Southern Girl at this time. Perhaps in the future, I don't know. There is something to be said for persistence, however. She's been trying to call in for quite a while. Yeah. There you go. Kim Before the Storm says, everybody dies. The best you can hope for is to do it with some dignity. Yeah. And RT concurs. Like I said, Paul Enslaved live in 30 minutes. So let's all make sure to head on over to Proper Instruction Motivates People here shortly. If you're so inclined. I don't want to put the hard sell on you. Have we all consume Mr. Unslaved's content? Yeah, hit that. Hit whatever that is. Says it. Enslaved by Truth, made man, by the way, lest we forget. Respect your elders in this so-called truth game. This you can't handle the truth game in this tiny niche corner of the internet. Looking forward, though, to Wednesday when Amazon delivers my hotspot. Going to go 150 gigs for $100 hotspot data from Verizon, so look for that. Might even be able to turn the old cam on. Wouldn't that be something? Cool, man. Good to see you. What's up? Says that was a compliment of the show. Good show. Benton was a great little break from fishing. Fantastic. Happy to be of service as always. And always good to see what's up around here. Shout out to the Crypto Alchemist as well. Yeah, I got a little confused by the joint live streaming. Drew was live on Get Chalked Up. Shout out to Drew World Order. Oh, I need to talk to him about some website graphics. I believe I'm going to relaunch Nightmare Dystopia here shortly. Probably with some sort of StreamYard where I can stream right on my website with an embedded, little video player. What do you think about that? But yeah, probably going to need some website graphics. I'd say hurry up while I've still got some money. That'd be my suggestion. All right, I'm gonna get some music playing, and then let's get on out of here. Get y'all out of here. Thanks for listening. Bye.